Hello everyone! It should be 8:07 p.m. EST when you're at. If you're in a time zone, what are you doing? You are in TST, Mount Time, or PST, and you are going to be here playing SOS 176. 175 last week. When was it 200? I'm here with Phantomu or Tomu. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great today. How about you?
Doing fine. After streaming Pounding Pool like 2 hours ago, it's nice, but mostly the main time we're here tonight. I'm not going to spoil anything because we might have something later on to say about, but the main thing is right now is Renegades versus Jelly Squids. So in this sense, is how are we gonna be seeing the round one?
Personally, I'm not really familiar with any of the players here.
Nice. So, so if you want the information, then since you're new to it with all these players, Jelly Squids, they are an OG team back from 2018. Back to when I was actually playing the game or playing the tournament. Actually, that was like 4 years ago, maybe 6 years ago in Splatoon 2, I was playing with them. And they went to Lance as well. Renegades, they have been a team that has been popping up. They'll pick up, maybe, because Amazon's from CCA, that I know them from, and Super as well from CCA. They are it is in chat. And then we saw Reborn and we saw Metcog actually. Reborn is a Splatoon, and we saw Metcog. They were part of Vector Records, if you remember them. Anyways, map-wise, game-wise, we get round one, zones on Mobile Robin. How are we gonna play this up, Tomu?
We do see a Hydra coming in for a Mark, which isn't something I see very frequently in comp these days.
Then it might be it actually, because you said the Hydra might not stop before, we also don't see the Rapid Blast of Deco that has been actually decimated because of Mark. And Jelly Squids, yes, they actually won a kind of weird comp, but it's actually really good, as we're going to be seeing in this first opener that they're going to be getting the first Captain Zone.
Miku is on their way reef sliding. They're trying their best to paint up a bit, and they tried to take this fight with Muddy, but they do eventually get away.
With them getting away, we're going to be seeing for Renegades actually slowly enough getting the zone as well, as we're going to see the other replay coming down, and that's going to be 2 down as well on the side of Renegade with Mark once again on that Hydra. They're going to be capping on the zone, and with the West Jelly Squids as well, they're taking the space. That's the one thing we need to notice as well.
Mark does feel like they're playing a fair bit back, but they should probably make sure that no one is on the sides. Like
on the side, we're going to see Reborn actually trying to go for sneak with the hop soap as well. So in that sense, we're going to be seeing a special soon enough from Renegades as well. But with 3 down on side of Renegades, they're going to be going back to them. But still, for Jelly Squids, since they're playing super defensive, and do you think they're going to be special farming, or do you think they just want to go throw bombs at the back on the side of Renegades with no more penalty?
Well, they're going for a booyah here, but I think for everyone else, they might just be tossing bombs and trying to keep zone as long as they can.
Not to curse anyone, as we like to do here nowadays. Maybe get silent because we don't want to do any commentating curses. As we're going to Jelly Squids actually capitalize on the zone again. Renegades unfortunately not able to capitalize back in. As it's going to take them so much time without the pain power because there's so much aggro power they have. But actually the Dread going down as well. We didn't even mention at all that for Renegades they have a double slaughter comp. But because it did not cycle it really well, as we're going to be seeing one up for the side of Renegade, they're going to be capitalizing out the zone actually first off, but for the side of Jelly Squids, this is going to be an issue for the... Okay, never mind. He's going to get 2 down. So Jelly Squids might be able to come back by now.
Renegades do have quite a bit of points they gotta burn through before they actually get the lead, but they had a push going, which could have worked out for them, but it was unfortunate for them as one of them walked into a bomb.
But with that bomb was pulsing, but then someone got killed off by a bomb because of the bubble. Noodles,
Yeah.
being an OG junior player as well, it's going to be actually saving himself and saving the rest of the team because the penalty points went down to 9, and if they capitalize on the zone again, that's going to give them actually a less penalty. But if they capitalize, we're going to be seeing plus 41 as penalty, and that's going to be Renegades having no more penalty at all.
It does look like Jelly Squids has generally more paint apps, but also that reef slider was huge. They might be able to get zone again here and get a push going.
The one thing to notice about that Tomu as well is because that beef slider, it was clipping corner, and because the beef slider's radius actually was in that corner, that's how Renegade got that double. Whoever was playing the beef slider, that was Maxine Metcog, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Anyways, other than that, we're going to see again Just Squid's having all 3 special off the bat, using everything, but unfortunately not having the time to capitalize on the zone. We need to see Just Squid's actually push up with the bubble, as we see Noodles is doing right now, incredibly captures on before the other team actually gets the victory here. But with the restart coming in as well, not clipping anyone surprisingly this time, they still get the lead because Jealousy didn't capture the zone at all.
Really didn't expect Noodle to survive that restarted that. They were really close to it. Also, Miko is trying to take a really dangerous fight, but they do get a pick from it.
As we're going to see oh wait, the name is Miko? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the giant rep is Fortnite. Anyways, see Miku, aka Metcog, they're going to be trying right now that's the beef side for safety reasons. That's why they're trying to farm up there, just to scare them, with the penalty actually going down up to 54, as we see in the penalty jump scale right now. And Just Squid's having 3 specials off the bat right now once we see the Hydra as he gets special ready. But Bomb gets from Noodles actually going to kill off Soap. And also, just for right now, they're holding off into the end, but they're in 1-1 fight. We need to see them actually go into the zone and just play risky.
Jelly Squids really tried to push in hard there, but it doesn't look like they'll be able to take back zone in time. And Renegades takes game 1.
It's a solid game 1 going to the side of Renegades, honestly, after the first push. But that's the thing for Jelly Squids, with the comp that they have, really is with the Hydra, they're going to be playing pretty slow. And probably for the side of Jelly Squids, with the comps that we already see, they're playing with a midline to frontline comp. What do you think that you want to see Jelly Squids change, if anything? Because they have a roster of 6 by them. Do you think they should play different weapons, or maybe swap something out?
I think they benefit from having a midline, because that way they could challenge the midlines on the other sides a bit easier.
Do you think it's because of the mod as well? Because we're playing in Columbus Museum next?
Could you repeat that?
Do you think it might be better to have more midlines in Columbus Museum? Like for Renegades having a midline to frontline, because we're seeing almost on a Reborn. We're seeing Reborn and Metcog playing Slosher and not Decap, Dreadwinger, 2 midlines.
I can definitely see a blaster or something similar being really useful to poke up on the plat.
Funny enough, actually, if I remember correctly, for the side Jelly Squids, hopefully they're here. Then they have a blaster player of Angelic or Nato, if I remember correctly. Nato actually went to land recently of Sea Battle. And there was another one that tries Shoals, that happened the same day. The other stuff, there's all in the future, we'll talk about that later. But really the main thing is, that blaster actually might be a really good call because of the lead chipping. And also if they have another bomb, if they want to go custom, would be really good. Crack and Cheese doesn't exist anymore. So if you want to play Crack and Cheese and Midfield that way, that still works. But yeah, we'll see if anything does change.
I would like to ask, do you still see the nerfed version of the Kraken cheese at this level?
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
The only time they can see Kraken is with Ichigo. Anyways, I've been going to see a weapon comp change. Nothing happened. No, actually, nothing did happen. So.
Oh, okay. I was trying to look really hard for it.
Yeah, no, nothing did change. We've seen Jelly Squids going in with the same cup of the Booyah Bomb with the pro. We're seeing the Hydra coming in again with the shot and zap. While on the side of Renegades, we're going to be seeing 2 down Slosher in the Dreadwinger, and we're going to be seeing as well the T-Cap and the pro, and that's going to be a full-on weapon for the side of Jelly Squid, but with them not having enough paint on the ground and enough clams in general, not trying to go for left guys because they don't want to take a jump. They want to go to the right side and actually paint all the way on the ground. Mark is going to be solo, and they got the stake from the old, so thank God. So we're going to be seeing from side Jelly Squids, they're going to get first one if they get the cut off Metcon, but no, they didn't.
Earlier in the match, I could definitely see the Rapid trying to get picks from below ground. Also, Muddy is the only one alive, and that would be a pseudo wipe for the Renegades. They can probably push up really far now.
Yeah, but how far is the question, because we're going to be seeing for right opposite side Jelly Squid, they're going to be coming back in. We see the person that you mentioned before, Muddy, just trying to go in for the left side playing defense, but actually the battle of Medcog and also the battle of Almazan. Almazan is going to be trying to bet you're going to go left side or right side, but one dropping, that's actually fighting enough Muddy, but Diamond's actually being shutting them down, so that's not going to be a main aggro on the side of Renegade coming back out. But we're going to be battling a fight in mid, but we're going to be seeing Renegade Slosher and Shredder coming in as well. First one's going to be the Slosher, but the second one's going to be Jegman and getting a double. That's an opener, but not a full opener for the side of Renegades.
Azuka just went out there, but Reborn was able to take them. They should go in for a score there, and do. It doesn't look like they'll be able to follow up with many clams though.
Yeah, unfortunately, because they got shut down actually with a pseudo wipe as well. So Tomu, if you're saying right now that they're taking time to really go for pushes, especially we have 3 minutes left on the clock, who do you think right now with the paint advantage they have or the weapons, who do you think might actually get the first push?
I can imagine Renegades getting in the first push, as they do have a bunch of like mid lines generally, I feel win against front lines due to their range advantage. So I think that the front lines will have to take quite a few off angles to catch them off guard.
And that you say about that, they do get the front line to get the fin line and back lines off guard, and that's going to be a full-on shutdown inside Jelly Squid. And Renegade getting the first score and getting a lot of clams. And come on, Metcon, come on and score. Thank you, God. So it's going to be going to get more clams, and just so the heck of it, so we're going to get down to 19 points when they put that in. So, come on, Soap. Come on, Soap. Thank you. But Michael helping the lead. Actually, Soap is just going to try to
yeah, that's
kills.
Definitely a wipeout. Or a knockout, I mean.
It was 2.5 knockouts, funny enough. Come on, Metcon, you can finish up. Come on. Oh.
That was so close.
If you don't know the panic for a lot of players, for a lot of teams, sometimes in Columbus, they take so long to either wait for the timer to stall the clock, or they just forget at all to just do it in clans because they're all trying to farm up kills. So I think in the truth, they're trying to scream at each other, saying, throw in clams, and that's how the KO would happen. So yeah, Tomu, if you were counting, was that 2 KOs or was it like 3 wipeouts?
Stream on my end kinda lagged a bit, so I couldn't really tell.
Oh. So let's say that was basically 3 wipeouts going to the side of Renegades. Because, Jesus, that was a RNG downfall to the side of Jellyfish, but Renegade, they actually just got the gambit. So, that's just solid GG's right there. But
like, that push really snowballed.
How snowballing?
Like, once they started staggering, they continued to do so, and all the members just started going down, which let them win.
And basically you can say it's like, was it a lockout or a...
Yeah, it felt like a lockout.
Yeah, at least it wasn't a deadlock. So, really, that's going to be round 1. We'll be back for round 2 because that's actually already ready. So, if you want to give us a little bit of time, we'll be back and, yeah. Anything else from you, Tomu?
Not really. We'll see you later.
Like, Hello gamers, welcome back to round 2 of SOS 176. It's always going to be groups. It's never going to be double elimination. That was earlier today if you want to play Paddling Pool. It's always on Wednesdays. But yeah, we're going to be playing on the We're going to be playing Core Convergence versus Inferno immediately into the game, surprisingly, because they don't want us to gap. Tobu, how are you going to be seeing the matchup in safety zones?
Well, we have a pencil on one side, and that looks like a double backline. I'm not sure if edit is considered a backline, but I guess it depends on the playstyle.
Yeah, it really does depend on the player style because they have a stringer and they have the edit, like you said. While it's not so cold versions, it looks familiar that we have a red ringer coming back in, but we also have a carbon coming in as well. We're going to be seeing from Inferno on the purple, actually not on the orange, surprisingly enough. They are going to be actually going in and playing defense from the top side, while for cold version, they're going to be playing aggressive from the bottom side.
I did definitely see the edit playing slightly more defensive. Oh, now they're rushing forward, but they do manage to get a pick and continue to take positions.
And we continue taking positions. We're going to be seeing Inferno try to take from the top side, putting, and I think that was Nexus, that was her name? No, that was Nellis actually. Nellis is going to be trying to take the pitch on top, but Boshi, that's going to be getting the cup from the bottom side. But since that is a common bowler, Tomu, where do you think they're going to be going next? As we're going to be seeing them trying to get for pudding, where do you think Boshi is going to be going next? Playing defense or aggressive as a common bowler?
Well, I do think they're gonna try rushing down the backline again, but now they have to deal with the zip caster, and they do eventually go down to the edit.
Was it the edit or was it someone else? Because they had someone else nearby, and I think that was actually the sword coming in Nova, actually having them now and having them all go all the way. So in that sense, how do you think Nova is actually going to play out with the side of Bach actually on camera right now?
Oh, they kind of just explode there. Okay.
But the main thing is, we saw Nova actually playing up super aggravated and Bach actually saw the Booyah Bomb. So how do you think the Booyah Bomb is going to be playing in never mind actually, Boshi just cut him off. So that's going to be no Booyah actually on the side of Inferno. Unfortunately, no Booyah for sure. But Core Convergence, they're going to be staying in top, staying in mid, but that's going to be actually Buddy or Putty. I think it's Putty or Buddy on the stringer. Yeah, they're gonna be jumping back, but with stringer's actual like range stuff. Okay, it is Putty, but yeah, they're never mind. They got cut off again. Two fires actually popping off right now.
Core Convergence does take lead here, and they're slowly approaching the lockout stage of the game. Tufa gets attacked from the side, and unfortunately for them, they couldn't do anything about it.
And nothing about it means that we see Nexus actually going to be in the corner trying to do something about it, but unfortunately they got caught up by Boshi again. Tufa actually trying to play securely in the top side. Boshi actually just scared everyone, and with 5 seconds left, Boshi didn't get another kill. That's going to be KO for Core Convergence. Honestly,
I really like what Brioche tried to do at the end there, poking the ledge with the carbon.
That's what you should do as a carbon. So. Yeah. That is the massive problem that they know how to play the weapon. They're weapon specialists.
They know how to play the weapon. A lot of people don't know how to do that.
That is true, actually, funny enough. Because if you're trying to play a new weapon, it takes some time. You can see in their badges as well. They have a carbon badge that's a 5-star for both.
Okay, that's
boy.
Great. Okay, we'll be moving on to Rainmaker on Manta next. Do you think there'd be any changes in the comps?
No, if I'm being so real. Seeing from Boshi, from the side of Core Convergence, there is not going to be any changes because Boshi, if you put Boshi on deck, GG's, you know the pun there. Oh god, my friend's going to be annoying me for this, but Inferno, it'll be fine. Inferno for the side of them, they have a 5th player, they might come in, but the main thing that we saw from Inferno though is they were really held back. Like, they wanted to go in on chances, but at the same time, they were being split up, and because they got split up, they were being locked up one by one. And Core Convergence, they were just showing her how to play the game and knowing what to do. So in that sense, we really need to see from Inferno being able to coordinate together to push up all the way, because in Rainmaker, there is 2 checkpoints, and this is a small condensed map. The weapons that they have for Inferno as well, the Stringer and the edit, that helps them even more. But weapon-wise though, for Convergence, they're running another midline pseudo frontline comp. So what do you think they might do because this map is more sneaky than anything.
I do find it that it's really tricky for backlines to position on this map, so there's a possibility that they might drop the other backline, but I guess not. I guess not. I do think that they will have to play the edit a bit more aggressively to make it work, though.
Like, Null's here is actually seeking where it is, but Welching is coming up. Welching is slowly coming to the game to be the most, to be a more aggro stringer because of the wave picker that's coming out, and because of special, you're just getting 2 kills more or less. I'm going to be seeing Billy put inside the phono. There's going to be a wave picker coming out on the first half, trying to go for the left side of the map, but at the same time for the right side of the map, no one got a pin yet because everyone on Cold Convergence is stuck in bunker. And if they get a wipe out right here with good kills right here, like 2 down, that's 3 down actually, we're going to be seeing Inferno try the best to push up all the way.
They should be able to get check 1 here, and they do. Now they kind of have to deal with Coral Convergence pushing them from high ground.
And that should be the high ground actually going to the side of Coral Convergence actually, because we're going to be seeing immediately right now all the bunkers being saved and 2 down inside the phono as well. And with the pickup of 10, we barely almost missed it because of the respawn time. 1 more flash that would have been disappeared by the way. We're going to be seeing that we're going on the left side as well, the same path that phono went. Not going for the right side sneak that had a lot more space, but we're going to be seeing them securely all the way all together. Get the basket area, you know what I mean. They're going to be getting the checkpoint, and they're going to be able to get tripled out, but still have control because Tom is right there.
Inferno is going to go 3 down again, which could let Coral Convergence continue their push, and it looks like they're going to be able to get it really far this time, but Nova does get the kill and stops that push.
Yeah, but with the actual Rainmaker barrier going to the side of Inferno, but everyone for Cold Convergence over there, they just need to pin up enough or have Bochi just sneak in from the left side or the right side of your camera right now to just wipe out the rest of the team like they did before and go all the way. But because of that trade-off actually, with 3 down on the side of Cold Convergence and 2 down on the side of Inferno, that's a Rainmaker resetting to the middle.
That play from Nova really did save the game for them, and Coral Convergence is going to have to redo that push. They do start off with the advantage of having the most mid control, but most of them had to jump out or were killed.
Yeah, the way that they got killed, by the way, was because of the wave picker by Inferno. They got that wave picker got double, more or less, and the rest of the 2 jumped back in time. So with that, we're seeing Inferno not picking up the wave picker yet because they know that someone's right behind them. That someone behind them is going to be Roshi that's trying to find him, but Putty is trying to pick it up and getting a kill actually off Roshi, but the shot player actually still being alive of Psalm on the side of Cold Convergence, but that's going to be on the right side. That's going to be the edit actually Ton. As we're going to be seeing them trying to go up all the way. That's straight on the side of Cold Convergence. They need to run.
The Rainmaker actually got a lot of kills, like, solo, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
And they could definitely take lead here, especially with the help of Cooler, and they do. I don't think the push is able to continue any further though, because Coral Convergence is definitely looking out and trying their best to defend.
Do you want to know the more frustrating thing, Tomu, is they were actually able to KO that in that last second. But unfortunately, because of the timing sense for Inferno, they took their time pretty slowly. That allowed Cold Convergence to come back, and because that, they gave Cold Convergence another chance. And you don't want to give another chance if Boshi is still alive, but I think they got that down in the back now because they're killing up Boshi more and more.
Well, we just watched someone get Zuka in the face. I feel like many people would be able to relate to that feeling. I just felt like pointing that out.
Yeah, honestly, that is a really cool feeling. But again, like you said with Mimiko solo kill, do you think Tan's gonna be able to do that once again?
I'm really not sure because it's anyone's game right now. Like, members are going down from both sides, but maybe Inferno might have the advantage here. They were able to take down the Rainmaker, and all they have to do right now is to make sure they don't actually push it any further in.
Yeah, and it looks like they're doing that right now actually for the side of Inferno. They were actually stopping Convergence to push them back in, and also the Waymaker actually wave dashed a little bit early on Booker, so that was kind of cool, but they immediately fell into the trap of the ball string. And with now 12 seconds remaining, 10 seconds remaining actually, this actually might be going to a game 3.
Yeah, I can definitely see this going into a game 3. It's really overtime pushes are really unlikely to work, but they feel great when they do. But I don't see it working, especially with the bomb kill just now.
So we're going to be seeing Convergence actually taking enough time in their hands. And actually, if you saw the Paladin kill earlier, this timing all does matter, because if you get a wipe on the other team for Inferno, and Convergence just get able to push in all the way to like they tried to do before, that's going to be solid GG. But yeah, but 2 down on the left, and solid team the last one left trying to dance, but no! Them not being able to dance soon enough, and Inferno actually getting the kill off. We are going to be seeing in game 3.
I do think it would have turned out a lot better if they played it slightly more patient and waited for the machine to be taken down.
Because that machine has an insane AoE, even though it got nerfed. And even though it has Booyah Bomb as well. Busy Bomb could be another thing, but they used the main weapon. So, in that sense, if they play as recently like you said, Tomu, they would actually be able to get the kill all the way, because they had maybe a 3-second change as well. If that was a kill or not a kill, but at the same time too, did you notice as well, Tomu? No one took the right side jump.
Yeah, no one did, and I was thinking about that quite a bit, but couldn't really think of why they wouldn't go for it.
Because everyone is scared. That's why. If you notice, if you notice basically in the if you like you're new to comp, right, or if like you're in low level comp, right?
Yeah. I do take that jump sometimes though.
Did you play it since Splatoon 2, or did you start playing
beginning
Splatoon
of
3?
Splatoon 3?
Okay, so basically you saw people mostly take the jump in Splatoon 3 at the start of it. In that time frame in Splatoon 2, we usually take that jump in comp to get the checkpoint specialist, but for Splatoon 3, with the mindset of Splatoon 3 for a lot of people, is you have to play together and to push up all the way. And that's why we saw everyone go to the left side to play it safer, instead of going to the right side jump, which is more risky. So they're trying to play all together to set up all together, instead of going for a quick KO. That's what they're trying to do, is set up for a later goal instead of play for the future. But you see how that went with the Soul Fest, but basically because it took so long as well, it takes all the way to the last checkpoint. And because of that last checkpoint, take it down to 2 points because of a single jump. That's how we ended up to the game 3, because that last single frames gave Inferno a second chance.
Definitely. Now we go into crab-like zones.
Crab-like zones. There is a grade in the top, most likely, but yeah, no, it's grade in the middle. We can see it like a huge
finally
range.
drop the double backline.
Oh my god, they did.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting the bow to switch off, because it definitely does struggle on the grades, like especially with hitting people on it.
Yeah, but because it's zoned, actually, they would actually be a better pain factor, because if you hit it on the grade, I think there's some drips that drop on the bottom, but because of the comp they have right now, though, for the side of Inferno, they have a crab that can stay on top and the pencil that stay on top. But basically, if you want to know something, this is just a 2024 comp that you see in Splatoon, basically, other than the Dreadwigger. That's basically your 2024 comp of the year. Out of the Vice Side called Convergence. Look at the comp that they have. It's basically almost the same thing, but they didn't really change anything with Bochi just staying on with the carbon roll, actually.
Coral Convergence did go 3 down at the beginning of the game, which did give Inferno an early lead. Or was it the other way around?
I think it was the other way around.
Yeah, it was the other way around. But now they're finally getting a footing on how things are going, and they are trying to make their way back in.
I don't know if we see for Convergence trying to get their way back in, actually, because in front of just having a first stone. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's a really strong crowd position.
It is, but unfortunately they actually missed it because they dropped to the floor a little bit, because the RNG jump landed them to the wall first instead of the top of the green. So they lost a second of it, but because Bochi actually get the Zuka kill and all of that happened, we're gonna be seeing Convergence actually coming back in.
This zones match has actually been going back and forth quite a bit. and Ryosha is trying to get a pick on someone, it looked like, but it doesn't seem like there was anyone there. And the Zuka does fail on the guy behind the block.
We saw actually Bungie trying to get the kill on Nova, if I remember correctly, because they were trying to go for the bicep, but they fell out and jumped back. But I think I'm seeing Zuka to grab. And also, wait, okay, that was actually so close to actually Nova getting shot to the face as well, but because of Zip Shield, they actually got a second chance and got the assist. But we're going to be seeing Cold Convergence again with 27 points takes remaining actually, because there is no cap for Inferno. We're going to be seeing them still take the lead because they have the comp and they have the bombs and they have the specials on their back to just play safe. And Vulture too.
Yeah, Inferno really does need to get zone control here, otherwise, that happens.
Yeah, more or less. It's a wipeout, and we're going to be Cold Convergence win with a 2-1 victory. Main thing, Cold Convergence can play zones. Inferno can play Rainmaker. Yeah, because in SOS format, we're going to be seeing zones and then another map in zones. Yeah, that's the reason why Techno Inferno can play Rainmaker, but Cold Convergence can play zones, because, yeah, we go flip-flop back and forth in each mode, and then go into bracket, we go into a whole map list with zones always being first as well, by the way. So, yeah, that's the main thing if you want in SOS status comparing to other tournaments. So, yeah. Main thing to know too, why there's anything about these players, they're low level as well, most likely. So
yeah, I saw they were around Div 5 and 6.
Yeah, so they're on the come up, going to Div 4 level-ish. Cold Convergence definitely for sure they can be in the come up, but for Sun and Photo, they still have some steps to go on along the way. That's why you have low ink and you have a day you're allowed to play or minnow comp to get your backs on and to practice all the way to the top. But remember not to badge form, please. Like, that would be fun. Enjoy life. Touch of grass.
Yeah, touch grass.
Touch grass. So yeah, really, in the main sense, that's gonna be round 2. Round 3 is coming up soon, but before we talk about that, we could talk about lands, and we're gonna be setting up the match. Hey, 5G, that's your cue to like go to the bait screen. But really, what we're gonna be, what we can talk about in Lantern, like I did mention before, we saw, whoa, that's was kind of odd. We saw actually Nato, who came from Sea Battle. We have other lands coming up, and also the land championship qualifier coming up pretty soon. You know about anything about that, Tomu?
I don't really know anything.
Okay, so the Land Championships qualifier is a group of lands, or 6 lands, that is Sea Battle, Gator Land, Chai Shoals, Sea Battle, if I didn't say Sea Battles already, Sunset Surge, Booyah Bay, and Big Dabble. 7. And HL Sunset 2.
I've definitely heard those names before, but I'm not really sure, like, the general premise of it.
The top team of each of the qualifiers, starting in March by the way, they will be moving on to a finals sometime in the future, nearby the summer, mostly in sometime in April. That's from what I know at least, that they will be competing up head to head to see who is the best local team in the United States, who in those 6 lands, who is the top. With the help and production of some IPL crew that you already know, actually, JPEG, and hosted by Falco, plus Splatoon 20, and also with help of other people as well. So,
looks like we're going into round 3. Bugs Under a Rock versus Subs Up.
And yeah, basically in that land spiel, go to your lands, main thing. Come to Big Dapple next Saturday, yeah, because that's going to be a big stacked one, by the way, and say hi to a lot of people, because it's a really big one. But yeah, Service Up it's a Bugs on the Walk, which swap sides, by the way, because one's Alpha, one Bravo. Bugs on the Walk, Australian team. Service Up, EU team. All I really need to say.
None of them sleep well.
None of them sleep well.
Good to know. Good to know.
They are.
At least one of the teams don't have a tired advantage. Or disadvantage, I guess.
Yeah, sorta. Bugs on the Walk actually is because Australian time zone, they have like a really more time
difference than serves up, but I think that's only oh damn, I forgot the name, how to pronounce it, but the Bosch. I think they're the one and win the most Australian. But I know like from the times it serves up, they're like all European. But anyways, going to the match, what weapons do we see?
Well, it looks like Bugs Under a Rock isn't going for a backline, and Serves Up is going for the classic pencil pick. Yeah, we see the coolest going out here.
Yeah, and also at the same time too, for Bugs on the Block, yeah, we are going to be seeing the non-backline cup, as we're going to be seeing from Allegro, from Allegro, yeah, Allegro. They are going to be going with the Bush, which they are known for actually, and in the deadline kind of picks that we know about Allegro's fan club, that's the reason why. And for Weapons Unification Club, that is the reason why that exists, because it's all brushes only. And we're going to be seeing Melee, but they're playing super defense as well. They're going to be getting down to 44 decks.
It does kind of feel like Bugs Under a Rock outpaint Serves Up like by quite a bit. So that might be why they've been holding zone for so long so far. But Serves Up is getting quite a few kills with that Zuka, and they're 3 down. Serves Up should be able to get zone here.
They should be, but they're not until now.
There we go.
There we go. It took a little bit of time, but
yeah.
The main thing is like when you said that they have a lot of pain, because for Bugs on the Block, they have the most aggro actually. Because for Sosa, the Panthers needs to take a little bit of time because they need to recharge and take 5 shots, and because for the blast, because for Slot Machine, you need to take like a second or like a 5 milliseconds speed per shot actually. Same with the blaster, you have 5 milliseconds per shot, but for Lago right here, they have basically 5 0 buttons, and then that's a kill right there. And they can just take up as much as they want because they have a lot of run speed. So, and the chance of Bugs on the Block, that's why they have a lot of pain and a lot more aggro.
Espeon was playing really well with the pillow there, and they were able to get a pick, but they do get taken down. Bugs Under a Rock do get zone back just because they outpaint, and Serves Up will have to try and make their way back in again.
Yeah, what they need to do is basically get that toad and the pseudo knockoffs, pseudo wipeout idea per seek that they tried to do before. But we're slowly seeing that happen because we see Pink J, or Punk J, just trying to do their best on the side of the right side, but Alagro actually getting killed by Zuka. They have double Zuka, by the way, on Serves Up. Oh boy.
They can do it.
They definitely can, but unfortunately, because in pain measures, we're gonna be trying to see the best, but why is Alagro back in the base of Serves Up?
Bugs Under a Rock is 3 down, and they are staggering. I can definitely see Serves Up trying to get into that lockout phase here. Brownies has their Zuka ready. We'll just wait till they pop it.
Yeah, that's gonna be soon enough. But with 2 down inside of Serves Up, and actually because of multi-Alagro on the right side, that is gonna be the rest of the team as well for the side of Serves Up. Coming in from the behind, which is actually is in the bunker in the base, because actually they were trying to find a Alagro actually, and they did. So the main thing right now, everyone seeing Serves Up is actually securing all of mid, which what we want to see in zones is secure all of mid. Alagro trying to play on anything and everybody trying to go get a 1 pick or 1 push just to help the team about to want to come back in. They finally do.
They do manage to hold their lead for a bit longer, and Serves Up will have to try and get back in again. They have Zuka ready, and they do pop it here, but will they get picks from it?
That is the question indeed, because on the left side we see Mirage actually going in for Bunjumon, getting a bomb kill on Agro. That's a huge pick right there, but on the right side we're going to be seeing no one actually coming up. So do you think, Tomo, that they want to try to go for the left side on the side of the Serves Up, or play more defense on the right side?
Well, I think they're fine playing where they are right now, but they should probably watch out the other side as well.
Because the other side you can mostly find Alagro, but on the scene right now, we're going to be seeing a triple stack on the right side for Bugs on the Block. But it's fast coming in as well. That is almost captured zone, but that didn't capture zone all the way. But 2 down at on the side of Bugs on the Block. We're seeing Serves Up actually getting the zone once again, getting a Zuka kill and getting the lead.
They do take lead here, and I definitely think they'll be able to KO, and I think they can definitely hold it long enough.
Oh.
It was really close for Bugs Under a Rock to take back zone again, though.
It's a millisecond away.
Yeah.
The difference of basically a splat of a burst bomb made the difference at the last second, but unfortunately, yeah, because of timing, we see that Surf's Up is going to be getting the first point. And we're going to be seeing for the side of Bunch on the Walk, Tower Control.
Notes.
Oh, wait, did they do the wave? They did
They did the wave.
God. Were they matching as well?
3 of them.
Damn, call him out. Call me out. Who's the one?
Okay.
Who was the one that was out?
I don't remember.
Oh well.
Well, one on the one furthest to the right.
You was okay. They're saved from the slaughter for another day. But
Okay.
yeah, no. The rest of the team is going to cut them after. Anyways, for Tower Control on Explorer Academy after they were put score. Come on, guys. Remember, you need to put the score to Sendu so you can be put to the other map. What we're going to be seeing for Tower Control and Explorer Academy is basically for the side of Bunch on the Walk. Same thing. We're going to be seeing the same comp, knowing them. But for the side of Surf's Up, we might be seeing a little bit of a change here because, again, the 5-people roster can make a big difference.
It does kind of depend on if they do want to get the 5th person subbed in.
Or if the 5th person is actually just fully a sub and they have only 4 people here. Yeah, because in Sendu you can have up to 9 people in your roster plus subs to basically have a full thing going if you don't have anyone.
That's like a team and another team and a bit of another team.
That's a team and a quarter, but that's how many friends you have in the community or companies you know in the community that literally can fill in for last second, or they say yes and then they say, oh no, I'm playing ranked. They just dip and they just add it to the roster for the last second and you can't really add them off until later on. But that's really a little bit of a spiel about rosters if you want to know how that works. For Sendu right now, there might be a V-Haul not little enough, but I know about V-Haul that coming up soon for the profile as said on the Sendu suggestion page itself. But mainly, why am I saying all this? Because it's going to reference of Inkling Academy, because it's our academy and we like some UI design. But really, back main point, the actual Inkling Academy is a 3 checkpoint path. One is right before the bunker, second one at the bunker, last one literally right before the end. Yeah.
Okay, they're continuing with no backline, and we see the same pencil once again.
Yeah, but I think we never see put on the tri-strike splash before. I think that's new.
That is definitely new. They were on the crab previously.
Solid, because we see on the left side, like we see the 2 blocks right there. That's going to be good tri-strike point and good defense play. But funny enough, that would be good for crab as well. So I guess it might be a counter pick, or because of that, just to lock out Surf's Up.
I definitely feel strikes are easier to get tower back than with crab.
I'm going to be seeing right now with Bunwa trying to do a 1v1 at the back against Alagwa, but no, they don't get the kill actually. As we're going to be seeing actually Surf's Up, they're going to be going up ahead.
They are pushing really far up, like as you can see with Punk here, and they were able to get quite a few picks. Allegro is playing defense and trying to push tower to see if they can find any picks.
They're going to try to push out to bring the team actually all the way in as well. And they're going to be seeing them all trying to get killed by another bomb. But the offense coming up as well. No one right in the tower actually firing up until later on, until they get all special. But because of that, there's going to be a blasted trade off 1v1. And everyone on the tower now for Bunch and Walk, there's only going to be 2 people coming up. But the rest of the team is Surf's Up, they're going to be trying to come back in.
They do jump out, it did look like they were in a tricky situation. Quite a lot of people are down at the moment, and Surf's Up has the mid control.
The mid control of how much though? Because you saw the little person on the top right? That was a leg roll. The leg roll trying to go from behind and stick all the way through. Obviously right now with the help of the blaster player as well, that's going to be them actually coming back in and getting the tower, but hopefully they can get all the way to checkpoint and break it and try to get the lead from there.
Espeon does want to try pushing bats here, which is a really good place to push on Inkblot. and the bubble does take their attention for quite a bit, which stalls them.
Yeah, it's a pretty good stall that we saw from inside the box on Bats area. But we're going to be seeing even more because the tries are coming up. But Punk J, not about to do what to get caught on, but that's actually going to be a win for them. And with 40 ticks on the buff for the walk, that is their lead securely for right now because they only put 2 checkpoints. But we can see 2 down, 3 down on the side of Bugs on the walk, and now Surfer up. And when they buy the tower, they're going to be going all the way to that checkpoint. And with the bubbler in play as well, they are going to be able to secure that if they want to, if they time it correctly. Main thing is Kanon needs to get killed, and they are trying to do that, but they don't, unfortunately.
Subs Up has tried to go for multiple pushes, but they do get shut down really quickly. And I think that they would need to try pushing up with a bit more specials if they want to get any further.
Because how important is it right now for pushing with specials for the side of Surf's Up? Because right now they have 1 minute 45 seconds remaining, and with the special they have right now, which is the double Zuka and Bubbler and Pencil, what do you think might be the play? Like, do you want double Zuka first, or do you want to do Bubbler first?
Probably the Bubbler, just so... Oh, well, I think either would work, because either would give the other more time, or like to extend the time specials are up, if that makes sense.
But at the same time too, it's basically stop playing it mid, because we see put Surf's Up, they are going to be trying to, they want to secure mid first instead of trying to push up with the tower, because you have to play adaptability on tower control, because the tower runs with you, and if you don't run with the tower and you just stay with the tower, you stay stuck in mid, and that's why we saw Surf's Up having the 70 points. But now with adaptability coming into play, with them fighting with the tower, well, a lot of being stuck on the left side, but they don't care about that because they know that they can they have enough time now, because with 2 down inside the box on the walk, and the bubble coming into play right now, actually, the Zuka's going to be coming up soon enough, because we see the Sauce Machine almost having 80 points right there. We are going to be seeing the lead almost go inside of Surf's Up.
This is really close, and if they push it far enough, well, it doesn't look like it'll happen here, but if they could stay on, like, for a second more, they would have been able to get lead there. I don't think they have time to get another push going, but they might be able to if one of their players pops off.
It's fine enough they do have enough time to do it for a second pop-up, but because SB actually put the bubble, that might not be enough time, but the tower is stuck in mid. No one wants to touch it, because they're both scared that the one kill is going to be the main thing that changes the game, and that is one kill changing the game right now. So we're going to see Surf's Up being the one by the tower and trying to get the lead again.
I do really like how the tactical Lick can act as another tower ball when placed on the tower.
Oh,
GG strikes.
Oh, GG's.
There we go. GG's.
GG's, yeah, Buggers on the box to go and get the victory, but funny enough, they were at maybe 47 points? 47 ticks, so I think if they just I think if they went head on and faced the tower, like one by one, I think they actually would have got the lead right here and I just secured the win. Because the tower, like, even though you get on the tower and then they get off, you get like 200 ticks if you get killed off the tower. So unless there's someone get jumps on the tower afterwards, and that 200 ticks does happen, I think they would have actually got the lead that second. That just comes.
Yeah, I mean, the enemy team wouldn't really know either, because the strikes are, well, they're smoke screening themselves with the strikes as well.
Yeah, actually, technically that is true. So that would have been ORG right there. But in the end, we're going to be seeing 1-1. We're going to game 3. Splash Your Mommy Ruins, or Splash Your Bomb, because it says right there, like, if you take out like the thing on top, it just says Yo Mommy. So like, you can say a your mom joke right there. Like, if you didn't notice, if you noticed.
Oh, I see it now.
So if you want to say your mom joke, you can say that your mama so fat is bigger than your mommy ruins. It got ruined.
The mother got ruined. Oh no.
There's a joke for your scene. Yippee. Anyways, your mama ruins. 2-zone map, left zone, right zone, Spark Cadets map. It's a lockout map as well. By the way, if you don't know, if you saw ship shape, it's basically the same thing, but flat. The same thing with Hackfish, but split.
Definitely gonna be really hard to get an overtime comeback on this one.
Yeah, definitely it is, because on the same time too, with weapon comps, Surf's Up, knowing that they won the press zones, they could do it again, but with Bugs in the Mark, I like what's going to be having a lot of fun here, because they have the bush, they have places to just stay at, like which is, if it's going to be in drop, if it's going to be staying in front, if it's going to be staying nearby the base, they can just stay there right there, they just go in for sneak kills. That's the opportunity what you have with a bush. But literally for right now, we're just waiting to see whatever happens, because most likely we won't be seeing any changes, because they're all weapon specialists. Like, if you see a weapon change that which might be going from one of the players, it's just because indicates if you want to play either up or low. But the other case, if you have weapon specialists down your back in your roster, you do not want to change from it, because if you're playing something that you're not comfortable with, what's the point of playing it other than saying that we're doing it for the game, but I'm just testing it out. And in the game 3 sense, you don't want that to happen. Do that in game 1.
I do remember when the final update dropped, it was in the middle of a tournament and everyone just played those weapons in a tournament set, which was kind of funny.
It is kind of funny because of the troll, but that's the fun of doing it. But honestly, at the same time, point to, like, did they actually make it all the way? Maybe not. Otherwise, we're going to be going to now game 3. We're forcing it game 3 now. We're going to be going with the no change. But if you wanted to say the game the colors, oh wait, there is change. That's fast.
I do see double shot. Was that always there?
No, that was not there either too. we see an S-Blast and double charger play. Before we saw the double Zuka coming in because of Surf's sloshing machine, but they actually changed up to the Booyah Bomb to secure a zone actually, or secure double zone. And that's why for Punk J they swapped to the shot, while for Bunch on the one going with S-Blast, they had the same idea, going with the Booyah Bomb to secure the zone.
We see Zuka going out here, and it does find a pick, but I do think the comp with the longer range wins on this map, just because the zones are like physically longer, and they can be covered a bit easier.
But who has a better comp actually is the question.
Possibly Sev's Up because the pencil on the machine, but
yeah.
I'm still like very slightly unsure of how the machine range compares to shot range.
The funny thing is, the shot and the machine range is almost the same, but the main thing is the difference of the S-Blast and the pencil. The pencil does get the win there, but because the 5 jump on the S-Blast can be consistent, you would say, actually, what the huh?
That was a really cool shot, by the way.
Clip that, put it on Twitter, put it on Blue Sky. That's a clip right there. Anyways, we're gonna be seeing how to play Twitter later. But anyways, what we're seeing right now too, Surf's Up, is able to capitalize on the zone. We're gonna be able to see from Lago just staying stuck in the pit. That's the downfall for the advantage, because they want to see anyone to come up, but they won't be able to see anyone come up for them. We're gonna be seeing for Surf's Up actually staying secure in mid and doing what they want to do before, and that's basically playing victorious by throwing bombs and playing with Zuka and playing with the Booyah Bomb that they had before. But the main thing is for the S-Blast, they will try and go for another Booyah Bomb to help them out, but with the 2 down and they're not gonna be the last one live, it's a 1v1 victorious on the side of Surf's Up.
Yeah, I don't really see Bugs Under a Rock coming back on this one, but anything could still happen, to be honest.
Yeah, anything is turning to everything. Everybody's exactly. Bugs Under the Rock actually capitalizing on the zone. Wow, look at that, commentating congrats. But really, what we're gonna be seeing when that puts Surf's Up, it's gonna be them going for the left side. The Booyah Bomb is playing some kind of defense. That kind of defense is mostly going to be used at the last second when Bugs Under the Rock try to come back in, which is gonna be literally right now.
Okay, Bugs Under a Rock did take the zone for a bit, but it wasn't long enough to make any significant progress, and it only stole the timer a bit, so they will have to try do what they did again, but actually hold it for a longer time this time.
And the main thing is with that special coming into again, but the main thing though is Punchy getting double, and now Brownie's actually getting a double right there as well, but that's gonna be kind of actually shut it down. But only 8 ticks remaining. Do you think this is KO for Surf's Up?
Yeah, I think so. But the strikes are coming out, and they do manage to put a bit more ticks on the timer here. And Surf's Up is 3 down.
How much more ticks? Tomu, how many more ticks?
Just a few. Just a few.
Just a few. That's plus 47. But yeah, that 53 actually does equal out, so now Surf's Up has taken up time, but Button and Walk has no penalty at all. So really, well, now for Button and Walk, this is the game to lose because that's actually going to be coming up first. The S-Bat's going to be getting the Booyah Bomb soon enough actually, while Punchy is going to be sucking a Bunker like Alago does earlier in the game. But really, for right now, we need to see Punchy getting cut off if you're on the side of Bugs and Walk, but for the side of Bugs on the Walk, we need to see the shot, aka Punchy, getting cut off instead. But nope, it's all the way around, and it's still starting 50-50 because it's a 2-zone map, and the pencil is just pinning all the way to the top side as well. But with 2 down on the side of Bugs on the Walk, this might be something actually coming back on the paint and on the zone.
Bugs Under a Rock could potentially win here because they do still have a minute left, and now the scores are a bit more even. But with them being 3 down, it does seem a bit unlikely at this point in the game.
And with people put down, actually is even worse for the side of Bugs on the Walk, right?
Sorry, you kind of cut out there.
Yeah, but people put down under the Bugs under the Walk. Oh my god, it's a number. But anyways, with people down on the Bugs on the Walk, getting a mental reset and also getting the numbers as in special because they got the try strikes and they got also I think the killer wheel coming up as well. This might be the chance for them to actually still can secure the bag. But no, some stuff actually killing off the penalty, and this one actually might be GG's.
It might be. They lost control for a bit. Everything could have changed for a bit. But no, it is GG's.
Unfortunately, it is. But really, the main thing is at 7:27, we saw Surf's Up actually being able to secure the bag. We saw Bungeon Mark trying to come again, but getting 3 down twice. In a matter of fact, actually.
Hey, there we go. Mirage is the one not matching the emote.
Okay, Mirage, you're gonna be get shot in the back in 7 minutes. Be ready.
Yippee.
Yippee. But yeah, what we saw at the end of the game was for Surf's Up being able to just secure after 7:27. What we saw was Bungeon Walk getting tripled out twice from Surf's Up, getting certified for the first half, but still able to have someone alive to actually secure paint on the left side of the zone to kill off the ticker. But then with Surf's Up being all in the middle, they just got it back. I mean, Volza actually staying in the middle all this time. That helped them so much to secure the GG and 2-1 victory.
Yeah, this is a 2-1, and we have seen quite a few 2-1s today, haven't we?
Yeah. If you look at bracket, I think we did. Yeah, I think we did. But a lot of 2-0s as well.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because it is not a best playoff 3, we do not get to see like all the game 3s, but mostly it's just 2-0s because we are a weekly and want to get it out of competition at the fastest time possible because it's literally 9 p.m. right now. We try our best to just bring into one, basically make it a 2-0, since that we can all go to bed after or eat after. But yeah, we saw a lot of 2-0s, 2-1s, but the main thing is now we go to bracket stage.
Be swim or sink, more like swim or sleep.
Yeah, no. It's like swim or sink, more like sleep or slumber.
Yeah.
But anyways, we're going to be back with Top Cut. Also, hey, Tomer, do you want to look at bracket real quick?
Sure, I'll have a look.
Look in Group M.
Give me a bit to pull it up.
Okay. Yeah, look at Group M real quick. Let me know when you have it up and see what I see.
Shall we get ideas for a team name for them?
Yeah. 20 character max limit WTF. If you know the joke, you know what I mean. Because oh no, that's the same thing. Group D. Scroll up to Group D.
Huh?
No, okay, I'll tell the joke after, but scroll up to Group D real quick.
Group T.
No, D.
Oh,
not
D.
T.
Okay.
D, yeah, D.
Yeah, I see that.
Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong.
Oh no.
And then Scavengers, Squid Eaters. But main thing, Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong. What is their PFP? What is their PFP? It's Woody.
It's Woody.
It's Woody.
I'm just a
Wow.
happy guy.
He's just a guy. He's just a fellow. But the main thing though is 20 character limits. What the fuck? WTF? No, I'm not saying the same thing. No, that's you. But yeah, I didn't say the main thing. But really, the main thing is 20 character limit WTF is a joke in the Osu community, kind of. I don't know about any other places, but I know from Osu back in like 2019. It's because in character limits, it's a 20 character limit in names per team, because if you get it any longer than that or any shorter than that, no, if you get it any longer than that, the name will get super scratched, or you will go up to the label in the middle, and no one wants to see that. So if it's over 20 characters, you will get actually shortened down. But in the sense of our overlay as well, actually, it gets smushed. I remember I remember in Low Ink, it was a long character limit that was really squished. It was really funny. So yeah, main thing is though, I think that is another idea that a lot of people are thinking about as well in, you know, the pages of Sendu and suggestions of making it like 20 character limit, just so that doesn't happen. And if you see that,
funny when it does happen though.
It does, honestly, but the same thing what we could do is just put it in like maybe to put the text font to like 5, and then that just make the same result.
5 is the max character limit. Let's go.
5 being the max character limit is actually the really funniest thing. Like, what do you make out of that? What team names can you make out of that? That would be the really funny thought.
Okay, you have, I think, like 90,000 combinations. 99,999?
Jesus.
Question mark?
Yeah.
But no, because that's only accounting the numbers.
That is accounting numbers. So, Jesus, like, that like, maybe, you said 90,000? I guess that's going to be like up to 140k or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Jesus, that's a lot. Like that's way too much to think about. But really, we're gonna be right back though. We're gonna be waiting for to call them out. Big fast sea cows versus Lost Inklings to finish the match, and then we're going to be immediately going to Tough Cup. The main thing is though, shout outs to them though as well, because Lost Inkling, their OG team, Big Fast Sea Cows, is a college team, with Neptune being one that goes from CCA playing as well. But one thing as well too. Be sure to go to Hammy's YouTube channel and watch the recent channel that Lost Inklings has made, and also Nate as well, because Nate does karaoke. But main thing is why John Hammy is because if you want to know, Lost Inklings is a team that played for a really long time. So, and actually Hammy made a really educational video about why they keep up dudes still playing comp. So yeah, watch that. But yeah, we'll be back.
We'll be back. See you later.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bacon Sandwiches. I'm not going to play any further.
Okay, yeah, we can accept that. We can accept that.
So the reason why I said that's why Bacon Sandwiches.
I don't know what that means.
Check the song title. Check the song title.
Oh. Okay, I see now.
Yeah. So, anyways, welcome back to us. Top Cut, Wave White, 176. We're gonna be seeing House of Anauj versus Wave Breaker. Yeah, that's Spanish. So we don't want to wonder about that. But main thing, Top Cut. We are gonna be seeing now the best of the best. We're gonna be seeing best of 3 again, same thing, but with all modes this time. Again, but this is best of 3. Again, it's gonna be versus zones. Then next, gonna be another map, and then it's gonna be zones again. But it's gonna be the top. We're gonna see Waypicker, your OG, usual player comp from 2019 up to now. Well, not 2019. I'm lying. 2021 up to now, as he's playing up all the way to top level. Usually plays well in these kind of tournaments and in EU side as well, and also has recognizable players. But for Casa de Anauj, picked up from 2024, who has popped off actually ever since Low Link. So, yeah, might not be talking about the map, Tomu.
So we are going into Umami Ruins once again, which is the stage we saw previously. I wonder how it's gonna go differently, because this is a higher level set, is it not?
It is a higher level set, but here's the one thing. Waypicker is not willing to play with Waypicker. Because they hate us like that. They hate us like that. They don't want to pull out Waypicker. So they want to be rude. But for Casa de Anauj, aka House of Anauj, we will be seeing possibly a Waypicker and be pointing at and be funny at and wave at them like, ah ha ha, you have a Waypicker. And we might win because we have a Waypicker because it's Umami Ruins. And because we have the middle with the Waypicker that capitalizes both of the zones, that's get them a stop. For the side of Waypicker.
That is really powerful.
It is. But really, what else can we see from Casa de Anauj? Like, what other weapon do you think might be a better call, saying from the last set?
Can't really think of anything. I would love to see like off-meta picks, but it's not like an impossible scenario. But it would be really interesting to see.
What kind of pick?
Like off-meta picks.
What is the best off-meta pick you can think of?
Biased opinion, but Tri-Stringer.
Wasn't there a Tri-Stringer earlier?
Yes, but I like the vanilla one.
Do you think what's worse? Clash Master.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
If you want to see a total crash out, watch Sea Battle Finals, semi-finals too.
I will go check that out after this is done.
Shiny fully crashed out a Clash Master with the comp from Aquatic Land Guard. Oh boy, that was funny to see. But main thing is, the reason why that is going to be an insane kind of comp is because it has basically the blaster shots that it's kind of like a junior in kind of range, but it rapidly shoots out faster than a Rapid Blaster. Surprising, but it really has a spot bomb too, so which it capitalizes on its own. But at the same time, too, it has a Zuka, so you can basically shut them out at the same time as well, still in mid. So it's basically just like it's basically like a shot, but as a Gatling gun, kinda.
Shot, but a shot that shoots bombs.
Yeah, a shot that shoots bombs. Yeah, like totally is not a rocket launcher. Like, but like, what is a rocket launcher in Splatoon? It doesn't exist. We have only Clash Blaster.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just the off-meta pick that you can think of. But really, in the comp prize, I think if I remember correctly, we are going to be seeing a regular water from Bonk, so it's going to be playing any kind of weapon that might be like a show range. We see from in a Cola, we can call it Cola. They are going to be playing again another aqua weapon, and we're going to be playing, well, seeing another aqua weapon comp from Casa de Anauj, honestly. I just searched up. For Waypicker, we're going to be seeing a pencil. I'm telling you straight up, we're going to be seeing a pencil.
I'd love to see a wave breaker.
Yeah, but remember,
it would be great if there was a wave breaker.
It would be great if we say a wave breaker. Hey, senor, bring up a wave breaker, you won't.
yeah, we are wrong. We're tempting you on this. You don't even own the dream, but yeah, you totally should. They'll be happy giving you a game one. Like, go further. Yeah. But the main thing as well, for Vapor, they do have a player. If I remember, it's Therese. They do play dually structures, but they don't play the one with Waypicker. And they have a junior player too, but they don't play the one with the Waypicker. They're like teasing. They are
just mean.
They are tier 1 teasers.
It is a roller player we see.
Yeah.
Like all the 5 stars.
Yeah.
Oh, roller and roller. That's interesting.
Corbin versus Kraken. Interesting. But also, yeah, the junior's back, and we're gonna be seeing the decaf coming back as well, and we're gonna be seeing the pencil.
Decaf immediately goes down to that carbon, which is definitely kind of bad for them. Because it does mean Casa de Anauj does get the head start here.
Actually, no, it's not Casa that gets the start here, it's way bigger that gets the start here, because way bigger is gonna be in the pink, and Casa de Anauj is gonna be in the green. So, in that sense, we're gonna be seeing way bigger here getting the good start with actually the juniors coming in play, Senor being on the pencil, trying the best to just stay alive, but no, that's gonna be Casa de Anauj, but Bonk actually going all the way on the lead and trying the best, actually trying to get himself, but unfortunately, because it's playing defense for the aggressive versus Waypicker, they're gonna be taking a hard time, and very sweet time to capitalize on the zone, which they don't do actually for Casa.
Wavebreaker is holding onto the zones really well here, but they are 2 down, and it does look like they're going to be dropping it very, very soon.
They're going to be dropping it very, very soon, and we're going to be seeing the ticks going down on the side of Casa de Anauj, but someone actually getting cut up on the jump out, so that's unfortunate for them, but we're going to be seeing in the whole mid of Casa de Anauj as he's still staying alive, and look at that, that's going to be down case of 70, that's a solid push right here, and that's a good off of a lockout scenario for the side of Casa de Anauj as well.
The decaf is able to get a pick there with the bubble, and it does draw some attention. Horse tries to push in, but gets taken down immediately. Zuka is unable to get any picks, and it doesn't really look very hopeful for Wavebreaker here.
It really does, but to say that too, Panda just wave dashed, and then just wave dashed again to kill a Porcio. For a second time now, it's sort of play right there, but the main thing is right now for wrap up in the bubble, they're trying to best to do the bomb and turn the junior play to capitalize upon the zone, but because as someone else like Casa de Anauj is always pinning on the zone as well, they're not going to be able to capitalize that, but finally they do, because Zuka actually off angle, they didn't hit the zone, they hit a player instead. So in that scenario right now, we're going to be seeing it again, but Horseshoe going down once again, battling off against it at the end of the decap. We're going to be seeing Waypicker actually still capitalizing on the zone, but because the battle up on the right side of the zone, that's not going to be for a long time.
Casa is able to hold the zone for a bit more, but now it is split quite even, and the special advantage is also somewhat even on both teams as well.
It's on both sides, but we're seeing Bonk here on the right side trying to best to get actually Dragon Horseshoe, and they do. And so in this scenario right now, we're going to be seeing Casa de Anauj getting the zone once again. So in this scenario right now for Waypicker, because they have only the special to come in by the Gulu who got killed recently in the decap, and the Carbon Motor who is going to be getting killed immediately actually right as I say anything, we're going to be seeing Casa de Anauj play super defense.
Did we just see a Zuka moment a few seconds ago? Zuka hitbox moment?
I think we did. Now we did. Okay, now we did. Exactly. Why is the special? Why is the special? A 2 out of 3 cannon shot RNG. If you get hit by one, you lose.
Yeah, they really made a special not fun to play and not fun to play against.
Yep. But the main thing right now, we're seeing this go to of Casa de Anauj, because they actually going to be getting all the zones, unless Zoe gets a good moment once again, and they don't get it, unfortunately. It's a stall fest for 40 seconds, by the way.
Yeah. It is going back and forth quite a bit.
Quite a bit. It's been a minute now. It's been stuck at the same point. Oh my gosh. But 2 down each time though. That's a solid match right here actually. In equilibrium, basically.
Equilibrium.
Yeah, we're doing it all okay.
Yeah, now 2 down from Wavebreaker to continue it.
Yeah, at the same time, that was a wave dash as well. So, but Bog actually tried to get the cracking on, they do as well. So in that scenario right now, we're seeing Casa de Anauj still picking off players one by one, still in penalty points, but soon enough not gonna be penalty points because we've seen them get solid mid.
It does look like Casa de Anauj will be able to hold zone for... Well, if they can hold zone, they definitely take the game. But every single time the zone is capped, Wavebreaker does take off a few pity points and adds more pity points to Casa.
Saying right now, because they actually got the pity points, they almost lost a little bit of pity points, but now they're back on it again. So now it's going to be back to the same stop as a 2v2v2v2, with 3 seconds left remaining and no more penalty points, 2 enough going on the side of Wavebreaker. But the main thing is they have to survive off the crack and paint off the right side, which they are trying to do their best, but up to the left side as well. But with no one on the left side, actually, we're going to be seeing Wavebreaker actually surviving enough to get the point, with the edit going down as well. But Bog be the last one alive, judging about a minute on the left side, but Panda actually going in the left side as well. Now it's going to be basically enough install the time, basically, if they keep this happening, that we see Casa de Anauj actually win.
If they were able... Okay, I do still think that overtime wins on this is really difficult, because if they can hold one zone, that should just be enough for to stall out the timer.
Yeah, actually, it was actually fine enough. It was enough time. But the main thing is, though, because you have 30 seconds to come back in. Or like 30 to 15 seconds. But the main scenario was that Wavebreaker was 3 down at the end. And with that 3 down at the end, gave Casa de Anauj to come back in, now to get the lead and get the victory once again. So that they had enough time, but they didn't have enough players.
And players are the more important bit.
Yep, and definitely in Clan Blitz, it's more important too. Because we're going to be seeing this again like we saw in Game 1. But not Game 1, Round 1. We're going to be seeing Clan Blitz on Museum del Fonsino. Then Clan Blitz on Museum del Fonsino. It's a Starfest, but at least it's not zones. You know, it's Clan Blitz. Well, no, at least it's not Waymaker as well, but it's better like it's not zones, because in zones, it's a better Starfest than Clan Blitz. Because in Clan Blitz, you can actually get a good solid KO, and Waymaker gets stalled at 30 points. But here in Clan Blitz, you get stalled out because the clams are not in your favor.
When we saw that Clan Blitz match earlier today, it was just an immediate KO, wasn't it?
I think it was because the RG went to the favor, but at the same time too, the main thing is because we saw a solid team actually go all the way and sweep all the way in there. But in this kind of match though, it's not going to be like that. It is going to be an equal match, going from the left side and right side, and them waiting on clams actually before they get into the victory.
Oh, also somewhat unrelated to what we were just talking about. I have heard that Team Alpha gets a slight advantage, but I'm not sure on the specifics. Would you perhaps know any more about that?
They get an advantage? Wait, huh?
Yeah, something like ever so slightly written into the code is different on both sides.
If I'm thinking correctly, if I'm thinking because of map design or
I don't know in what way, but I only know that Team Alpha gets an advantage.
The only thing I can think of is because of RNG clam spawn. That might be the reason why.
Yeah, that could be. And I do know that it affects some top level matches.
So that's why there was Bravo. So that's why people are in Bravo. Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense now, because every time in a producer standpoint or a streamer standpoint, if they put themselves in Bravo when they're in Alpha, they're like, why did you do this? For confused. But if that's the reason, if that is kind of the reason why they put themselves in Bravo or Alpha, I think that would make sense actually, because the clam spot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can't really have a real stream if that doesn't happen, you know?
Here's the funny thing too. If you have streamer bingo, put that down in your bingo card.
Yeah.
A DC has happened. Put 2 spaces for a host DC, because that is a rare thing that happens actually. That never happened. That happened only this week twice. I don't know if it happened on Charging Tuesdays, but it happened on Prison Break, and now it happened here.
London.
I'm on the same timing, by the way. Top cut. scenario, semifinals scenario. Yeah, that's the funny story. But it is not a tournament when you have a DC.
And to be fair, 2 times is still quite a lot.
Yeah, 2 times quite a lot, but it happens at least every week that a DC happens. But a host DC, that's the rarity.
Yeah.
So yeah,
At least the stream's still up.
it streams still up unless we're talking to Void and 5 Dreams actually kind of like gone EB and like go Hakuno. Okay, okay, 5 Dreams alive. 5 Dreams
Okay,
alive.
that's good. That's good.
Good, that's good. That's good. Damn, I pulled up the poo being Hakuno. But, anyways, the main thing is we're going to get the room up. I think Casa was hosting the room, if I remember correct. If I'm thinking correctly, and I think one of them is on college Wi-Fi, and I think that's why the DCs happen because college Wi-Fi is a butt, and that's why they get cut off. Or Waymaker was the one hosting, but they're on Wi-Fi. Yeah. Most of them most players are on Wi-Fi. Get hardwired. It helps a lot.
And they're like across the world, weren't they?
I think if I remember correctly, they're across the world. One player is across the world. Is it one or all of them? One of the two. If I remember correctly, I think it is all of them, but I think one of them is NA. I think that is the. Okay, nope, other way around. Actually.
Okay.
Other way
it's just
around.
one EU person.
It's just one EU person.
Okay, good to know.
But yeah, main thing is get hardwired. Be hardwired. It helps in the future. Like basically.
I would love to get a cable, but I only have 1 port on my router.
Are you European?
Yeah.
It shows. It really just came out when you said a router instead of router. A pure Canadian American said router, but in the European English saying it's a router.
Splendid.
I wasn't gonna say anything because I think in like if you were in the Canadian sense, that's something like chant like in the more western side of Canada. So some people say that, or in the more bougie area. That's what they say. But in the main sense, in European, like you. Okay, I'm going to ask the worst question. Are you in the UK?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
The splendid point came into play. Oh. That is.
I'm sorry for my lost question mark.
Miku doesn't like Europeans.
No.
No. Miku doesn't like the French. Hey, at least you're not French.
Okay.
Miku doesn't like the French. That's a solid quote that we can find online on Twitter. And if we find that quote, yeah, Miku doesn't like the French. But the Europeans, yeah, they're fine. So you're safe. I mean, Miku likes you.
To be fair, Europeans are fine. Europeans are fine. Yeah, it's not like they decided to live there anyway.
Yeah, unless you go to the UK, to like the bottom half of UK, and then there's like people who would say like, bloke and stuff, and also just drink a lot of like stuff, and then go to like football games, and then like go crazy at football games, and scream on the streets their team's national anthem like all night outside the stadium.
Never seen that before.
Damn.
I don't go outside.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Okay. We
that's
play
good.
Splatoon. We don't go outside.
Yeah, there is no
Speaking
team
of Splatoon.
Hey, look, we're back in the game, and there's no DCs. Yippee!
So far.
Yeah, so far, yeah. And there's no team's national anthem actually for any team fighting up. So that's the
We're
more funny
seeing the
thing, too.
rollers again.
Oh yeah, we are. That's cool. Let's see the Garmin roller again. We're seeing the.
Oh, are they both going down the sneaky route?
They're both going down the secret route. They are.
Oh, it's a decaf going that way, and they do have 2 down already on both sides.
They do, and with that big scenario, we're gonna be seeing for Casa de Anauj being able to commit solo. because everyone wants to take it back. And that's going to be 2 down to one side each time, because what we're going to be seeing right now from Master being the solo player right now, coming back with the rest of the team, but not actually jump straight to a carbon. They're going with their own teammate actually. They are going to be alive, but 2 going down inside Casa de Anauj, and that's going to be the first time that Waybaker is going to be at this going. And that color bug is on top, is because it's a square clan, but we're going to be seeing even more points going down as well inside of Waybaker, but they're not going to be going all the way because Papa and Senor is going to be stalling it out the best they can, but they're going to get cut off immediately though.
This is a really, really early push from what I usually see. So I find that really interesting.
They got the jump. That's the main reason too. They got the jump in the middle. You get the spinner, it's only 4. Yeah. They got the jump and they got scores all the way in. But the main scenario right now, what we're
That's a
going to be
great super
seeing.
shot.
Wait, did they get Zuko arc?
Yes, I think.
Hey, my boys.
Clip that.
Clip that. But the main scenario right now, what do you think Waybaker is going to be trying to do with them actually getting 1 down immediately? With the Quack coming in playing spot and the Kraken already in the base, but jumped off for some reason instead of playing super defense without a ball. What do you think they want to do next on the side of Casa de Anauj?
Probably build clams because they already have so many, but I think they would still be better off holding off 7 each just for the stealth.
Is there anything else do you think they could do to play defense right now? But as you see for Waybaker actually not have a ball, but we see Casa de Anauj get a ball?
Okay, just to double check, the colors are reversed.
Colors are actually good.
Oh, okay.
But Casa de
Okay, I
Anauj-
got confused for a bit, okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But Casa de Anauj did have 2 balls actually, 3 balls in play, but they unfortunately did not get all 3 down and scored in because Waybaker was able to shut down all 3 balls actually. One of them was back in the pity spawn by the way, but they were able to have 2 balls up but not get all of them scored in though.
Really interesting decision from the decap there to not save that clam.
It is definitely a confusing thing to say, but because the middle is not all to the color, that's why they weren't able to get them all in. But the main scenario right now is on the side of Waybaker, where that Zuko are coming in, and the Zuko got clipped because of the top of the spinner by the way. We're gonna be seeing basically a solid push. That was a 2-tap. Someone's in the corner.
It's definitely possible that they get another power clam. That's a double. Yeah, they should be able to score pretty safely here.
They should, but will they? They are
They
going
do.
to be. Yippee, they do.
Well, it's not really yippee on the other end.
Yeah, no, yippee on the other end, but it's a yippee for Waybaker because we might be going to a game 3.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So, the scenario right now, when you think Casa de Anauj not getting a score clam vault score in at all because, yeah, they were stuck in the base so many times, but we see the Corbin or the Kraken wall trying their best to go in on the far corner on the other side of the map, but they got cancelled out.
They definitely won mid control here, and I think they can go for a really good push here with a cooler.
It is no right now. This is the time
Yeah,
to get
right
the Kraken
now.
push. That's a double clam scoring as well. So that could be solid 60 push, but clams are at the bottom because the Kraken actually who got cut off, who didn't get cut off, actually I'm trolling to drop the clams actually are able to score in more. And Master slows it even more right now, like doing that jump right there. That stalls it out, but they need more clams to go back in, but they get sniped out actually by pencil.
Yeah, one more push from them, and they should be able to get lead, provided that it's not just the power clam that goes in.
Which then the last time it was that plus a small clam, that's why they have a 33 point on the back. But really what we're seeing right now on the side of Waybaker is the solid defense. Well, even though we're 2 down, they saw the solid defense because
That's
they got a double.
from a pencil. Do they get the triple? They do not, but they get the assist.
And they get the ball as well, so that's gonna be 2 solid balls, but 3 solid balls actually, if they get them all in. That's amazing if they get them all in. That's gonna be a KO factor right there if they do.
Yeah.
Where's all the ball?
They could.
Check!
It was possible since I have noticed that Casa wasn't watching the top bit very well, but they do eventually KO.
Yeah.
So we are going to game 3 with this one.
Yeah, and that is crazy too because, like you said, they were not watching the top, but they weren't watching the bottom at all as well. They were watching the left side of the basket instead of the right side, and that's how our players were able to stick in on the side of Waybaker to get the score in. And yeah, we are gonna be going back to splat zones on crab leg.
Yeah, a big part of clams it feels like watching every single entrance route when on defense, and I feel like a lot of teams forget specific routes.
So, really, in that sense, for example, if it's Bruce's the issue, like that is really the main point. That really is the main point. But as we're going to go to grab like capital on splash zones, what do you think is the main point of both the teams? Like, what do you think they want to go in though? Like, do they want to go in from the right side? Do they want to go in from the left side? They want to stay on the grave for the pencil play to go with a crab, or they want to go tracks?
Well, I think they would definitely want to try to play to get the pencil on the grates, so they can hold space. Not really sure how they could accomplish that, but we'll see.
How do you think they could? That's a question. How? Like, do they want to go?
Well, I think
special?
they'd want to have zone control.
True. That's
yeah,
true.
definitely zone control.
Like, zone control is the main thing.
Yeah.
Zuka, Bubble.
I think Bubble and Zuka could work as well. Probably Zuka to displace anyone who wants to, try to stop that from happening.
So, in any of those, that could be really well, but in the final scenario, what do you think does Casa pick up Waybreaker?
Okay, I think you cut out a bit.
Does Casa pick up Waybreaker? It's a time.
We need to know.
It's a
Please
Waybreaker
bring out
time.
the Waybreaker.
Please pick up the Waybreaker. It's a Waybreaker time. For the memes.
Yeah,
And then-
maybe they won't win, but they get the recognition.
Yeah, they get the Waybreaker recognition, and if they win, like, that surely is a GG, and they don't go. They don't do it.
No.
No.
But it's fine. We will still. They shall be forgiven.
They shall be forgiven with splashed out and brush.
Headed immediately going to paint for the cooler. And Blaster forcing that player to jump out in the corner there.
And also sitting the team for Casa for Waybreaker, they have the range runs coming in play actually. I just noticed that they have the CRB, so they have the Kraken coming in play too.
Oh, that's nice. I do find it, I do feel like timing the Kraken is really important, especially on zones, since you pretty much get no paint output when you're in the Kraken state.
Like, the main thing is though, it's like, since you're not in the Kraken state, is basically you need to stall Apple at the best you can and possibility, but at the same time, as we see for zone and the shot in the middle, we're gonna see their best, or to try their best to do anything as possible.
Is that like that player's fourth Zuka arc today?
That was the fourth
Nice.
arc. It is funny, but it is nice. But really, the main thing for DCC right now for the team Casa de Anauj is play defense. After doing right now, Bonk is doing the goal, Panda's doing the best to do whatever they need to. And the same for Waybreaker, they're not having a chance to push a pin because of the defense for Casa de Anauj.
I think the bubble is really huge here for getting zone back. Yeah, Casa is 3 down once again, and that's a wipeout.
That is a solid vibe, and that's gonna be solid actually pushing from Waybreaker actually. So in the main scenario for Waybreaker, what they can do is not get any penalty points actually. So yeah, literally the main point, but we're going to see for Casa de Anauj is them trying to go in the butt with the bunch, but they don't because they get 2 down. And Waybreaker has tried to be victorious.
Yeah, Waybreaker is taking down points really quickly here, and Casa does have to use specials to get the zone back. They do die to this sneaky carbon. Really well played by them. They take the lead, and, well, they might be able to take back zone.
Maybe they can, but with 7 ticks remaining, we're gonna be seeing Waybreaker as he being victorious. Nope, just lying. They are
They are
It's
not.
really close, but I don't think they win here.
Unfortunately, they don't. But what they did for the side of Waybaker is they were able to secure the zone and just stay in peace. They didn't back down no matter what. They just had a Rapper's bubble, stay in there, and have everyone else join bombs and do everything else the best as possible to just stay and win. So Waybaker wins 2-1. GG's.
GG's. They really went, I am in your walls and I shall not leave.
Yes, that definitely is the wet play, as they always do. They are a usual team who are used to this kind of scenario, and now they're moving on to round 2, battling Honkai, who is basically a really big team, really good team. So yeah, we'll watch out later. But anyways, we're gonna be seeing new comp swap, new cams, all that stuff, new comps. So Phantomu, aka Tomu, where can we find you on socials?
Blue Sky would be Phantomu, and on every other social media, like Twitter, it would be Phantomu with an underscore. How about you, Joe Ryan?
Joanne51 everywhere. Joanne on Blue Sky. We love Blue Sky. Like, if you don't have a Blue Sky,
is great.
Yeah, if you don't have a Blue Sky yet, well, what are you doing in real life? Get Blue Sky. It's drama free. So yeah, that's the main good thing. But anyways, we're going to be going on a quick break. Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong, the team that we referenced about before, actually moved on. I guess new ideas for a team name. And as much Central actually 2-0'd or more, whatever, C4. So, yeah, anyways, we're going to be going on break now. We'll see later, next week.
Yeah, later.
2 weeks, actually. 2 weeks from now, actually, because next week is no SOS. So, yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
We are back with the rest of Top Cut here. 2 new comms, 2 new teams going into the further depths of Top Cut. I am Frostix, joined by Topic here. How you feeling, man?
You know what? I'm feeling good. You know, we got our quarterfinals match for you, and we have Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong. Now, I'm curious. What is the reference?
What could that possibly mean?
What I'm not seeing the vision here. It's a little blurry. But their opponent, Insomniac Central. So 2 teams. I don't have a lot of information about either of them or many of these players. So hey, it'll be a fresh start, or not a fresh start, a fresh look into both of these teams. But we're gonna go to our first game, which is going to be Splat Zone's Hagglefish Market. Now, Frosty.
Fish? Yeah.
Whenever I think of Splat Zones or this map in particular, I have a very defined way of looking at this.
Yeah.
It is.
What is that?
Okay, this is your final destination, your vanilla ice cream, your salt and pepper, your mashed potatoes, your Marvel movies. This is, in my opinion, the most basic map mode in the game. Now, basic, doesn't mean bad. Basic just means, okay, it's a good, I don't want to say filler map mode, but it's a good like feeler, if that makes sense. Like it's a good like starter because it's pretty defined where you're gonna go, right? There's not a lot of surprises, not a lot of flanks. Yes, there's a little bit change in elevation from side to side, but for the most part, it's pretty flat. So you know exactly what to expect. So I think this is a good like opener, since you're able to like kind of scope out your opponents before anything like wacky comes through.
So it's a conversation starter.
Basically.
In this grand dinner date that is quarterfinals.
You could say that again.
Yep. Man, and I guess there's... Oh, whoa, hold on. I've never seen this angle before. I'm feeling your iron hands.
I'm sorry, get his name right. It's Brian Hands.
Brian Hands? Okay.
It's Brian Hands.
Okay, Mr. What was it? What was the one move that the Iron Hands EX had? Shocked to meet you or something?
I don't know. I don't have that. Yeah. I don't have that card.
I don't know. I don't have that card either. I didn't play a lot of Iron Hands. I played a lot of Mariah when I did TCG. But anyways, we kind of jump when we move, and it's pretty funny.
I know, it's great. You know, that's just how Brian Hands does. He's an active man. He's an active guy.
He's an active guy.
He's an athlete. He's an athlete. What can I say? He likes moving and jumping in and hopping and skipping and doing everything around.
Yeah. You know, do you think Brian Hands could hop, skip, jump around the side flank routes of Hagglefish Market?
Well, it's a bit big. You know, he's a bit slow if you look at him. He's a bit slow, but he is very tanky. So it's kind of like a tent, I would say. You know, very unexpected, but it can work out if played around really well. But we're going to see as we're going to go into our first game. Pretty standard comp from Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong from the side of Insomniac Central, I believe. Yeah, very interesting. Talk about tent. I was right on the money, but also I believe that's a Tri-Stringer Nouveau. Not a weapon you see very often because Tri-Stringer, especially lately, has been kind of downplayed in the meta because of its matchup against Pencil, because of its not favorable matchup, so it is kind of played a lot less, but we're going to see if Insomniac Central can kind of play around that.
Exactly here. Insomniac Central with Sam has already brought out the crab tank here, most likely flushing the rest of Deltarune Reference Gone on out of the zone further in here. It's 85-98, still anyone's game right now. The rest of Deltarune Reference is going to rally to the point now. They're throwing in the Booyah Bomb, but Insomniac Central replies with a big bubble to pop if we block out. Guapa's going in, trades with Noel. MF Cap is in with the big bubbler now, trying to contest some space on. It's a shooter off here, dodging explosives from that Tri-Stringer. Think that Tri-Stringer may just be a key player in Insomniac Central's game plan. Sam is just posted up on Deltarune Reference's doorstep, trades with what I assume to be a Deltarune Reference's S-Blast, and now the rest of Insomniac Central is rallying towards Tenor. That tent shield being very vital for keeping the rest of the team alive. Guwap is gashing away here. Wings is here. They're going to deploy the Super Chumps now here. More distractions here as Insomniac Central is just pushing further. Is going to go past the 50 mark here.
I mean, yeah, great start. And what we saw right there from the Pencil kind of showed why it's kind of been why it's overshadowing Tri-Stringer, because it can just kind of not destroy, but it does beat it head to head. It does have that range advantage, but so far Insomniac Central does not care. Able to get through the penalty point to get down to 23 ticks remaining. Cats going for a bit of aggressive play, able to get Sam there on the jumping back to at least get into a better spot with their team. 2 members down for Insomniac Central, but the Zuka is going to come out, try to go for a pick, not going to be able to get one, going down to the Pencil there, and now Deltarune Reference with opportunity here to get a lot closer to the lead here, and with the Booyah Bomb going off, getting another one, Insomniac Central, they're kind of getting backed up here pretty heavily.
I wouldn't want to count on Insomniac Central though. They do have 2 specials, but as soon as I say that, it looks like the Neos or the Splash-O-Matic that had the crab tank went down here. I think has already deployed the Super Chump in order to get the rest of Insomniac Central out of their spawn past the 10th here. Sam's gonna pop that crab tank now here, and Tenor's gonna pop the Trizuka, but then Sam gets shut down by Noel's Brute Champ down, and that's another trade. There's so many specials going on, I can't really keep up here right now. Guapa's dancing in and out of shots, going down to Katz's S-Blast here, and it's like Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong is going to take the lead, counting down very fast, going towards the 10-tick mark. Katz is going to pop the Booyah Bomb. Val's going to pop the Soda now. They're all juiced up, and it's looking like they take game 1 in a relatively clean sweep here. And you're right, this conversation starter has been pretty interesting.
Yeah, and you know what? It's a great, like I said earlier, it's a great like Final Destination kind of feeler map, kind of get these teams acquainted with one another. And I think the biggest matchup in the game, I think throughout the entire game, was the pencil versus the not wellstring, the tri-stringer, because there's kind of a I don't say dichotomy, but there's like a big difference in how both weapons want to play, right? Because when you're playing pencil, you can kind of get like direct shots, if that makes sense, because you're playing a sniper, right? So you can't, while it does pain a lot, your damage does come from the shots itself. So there's not a whole lot of I think what I'm trying to say is these two weapons are AoE with the tri-stringer, with those with its little shots can like explode, so it gives them AoE damage, versus just direct damage with the pencil. And I think Deltarune Reference just took full advantage of that kind of mismatch and just went straight for Insomniac Central, and they couldn't really stop it. Yes, they did have a tense, they did have a
bubbler
mint decaf, so they were able to at least kind of fan the flames for a little bit, but eventually the fire just got kind of too much for them to handle, and unfortunately they just got they got overwhelmed basically.
Yeah, we got punched in here now as we cue to Brian Hands over here. I think I have recalled casting Insomniac Central once before. I don't necessarily remember if they ran a lot of tens, a lot of that tri-stringer here. All I know is that Guwap was like pretty insane, I'm not gonna lie here. Their showcase on mint decaf here has been really nice here. Can't wait to see more of that. We love to see decaf. Oh, I love to see decaf, if you ask me.
I am neutral on decaf. I think it's the weapon of all time, but I do think it'll be at least a little bit more helpful as we go to game number 2, which is going to be Ink Block Tower Control, where that bubble can really shine in getting the members of Insomniac Central into kind of those choke areas with the uninkable plat, with getting 2 bats. That can be very, very helpful, and they kind of a lot of switch ups for Insomniac Central actually, as we're going over to the vanilla stringer with the whale, so a bit of a GG whale at the very end possibly, and then also a Luna Blaster Neo, a bit more of an aggressive, but of course it's tower, so you gotta get a blaster, and Noir already making their name known, getting a very quick kill, getting a triple kill, but instead of Sonic Central, another one going down, so this push is starting off really, really quickly, and they're looking pretty good.
If anything, never ever keep a Luna undetected, because if you do, it'll just sneak right into your backline and deliver some devious direct hits here from the behind here. Wings is gonna pop out with the lasers, trying to get some catchy picks here. Noir's gonna move in with that ultra step, now gonna catch one member of Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong here. They're throwing it, doesn't find any targets, but they're just gonna chuck soda like they're Steph Curry here, trying to get some threes in. Looking like Guwap has got the bubbler already here. Gonna chop up some more territory in their favor, trying to cross out some enemy ankles now. They're making a really strong lead here. That's 26 off the first minute topic.
I mean, yeah, it's 26. They got through the first 2 checkpoints relatively quickly on their first push, but Deltarune, look how much time they have. 3.5 minutes basically to get something going. They have a lot of time. They don't really have to panic. They don't have to kind of do anything too risky, because you have a lot of time to work with. As you can see, Deltarune Reference already getting a lot of mid control, trying to push up on their plat, getting one. That's a good start, so no bubble for a bit of protection. Val here with the bubble instead, able to at least get to that first checkpoint, and now maybe a chance for Deltarune Reference to get to the second checkpoint, but with no bubble, it's gonna be a lot hard to get towards that second checkpoint, because this uninkable, this is like the main choke point for the game. This is the main spot where it is everything in the kitchen sink is being thrown at this one corridor, and if that falls, it can see a lot of points being scored really quickly.
I mean, you know me, Topic. Whenever Inkblot's on, I must always make the reference. Consider Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong Sisyphus as they roll the boulder up the second checkpoint. Now, it's not looking like they have a lot of potential left here. It's looking like the junior has gone down here. The rest of Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong is just scrambling in mid, trying to find their footing here. Noelle is going to go down to Sam here, holding the ground with that Splash-O-Matic bomb spam with that crab tank ready to roll at any moment. Not quite yet here, but they're still pushing strong here. That's 2 down, that's 3 down here. Even when the Booyah Bomb has been popped in, it's looking like the pencil has jumped back to spawn, and now the boulder rolls right back down to mid here. Unsuccessful Sisyphus. One must imagine Deltarune Reference being happy. Sam's gonna pop out with the crab tank here, trying to catch some targets here. They're gonna get cats here. That's a valuable pick to get rid of their blaster. Watch out for that bomb though. You don't want that to catch you off the crab tank here. Noir is already gonna be a little bit gonna go for a sneaky deaky here. They have the ultra snap and they're gonna start rolling in. It's hammer time. Watch out for cats with that S blast though. That can provide some range here to shut down the much shorter range Luna here.
Yeah, you were talking earlier how what was it? I believe it was the Luna Blaster was shooting the fizzies like Curry, and so far Insomniac are looking like the 2017 war kind of actually just kind of dominating honestly throughout most of the game. The defense has been impeccable for the most part, only giving up that first checkpoint, not allowing Deltarune Reference to get set up, not allowing them to really get anything going. But we might see a bit of a change up here. Deltarune Reference at least trying to get back, trying to get themselves established. They have less than about 100 seconds left to go, so they're gonna have to start moving a bit more quickly. They have to start moving a bit more. Oh, that's very unfortunate. Well, you know what? That
Situationality.
Yeah, situation stopped, just flipped.
Yeah, no, 3 people down, not even before Deltarune Reference's push can start here. Don't count them out, though. It's looking like they're posting up back at mid, trying to at least find their footing, making sure they can get some picks, but it's looking like Guap has gone down here, but also the S-Blast Cats has gone down. Noir has the hammer ready to rip in case, and here we go here. Can they get any picks? Can they cross up? Will they fall? Noel's going to go down first. They have the pencil in their sights, but it's looking like MF Cap takes down Noir just before the hammer ends. And it's looking like the Booyah Bomb is going to get set up by Deltarune Reference here. They're on soda buff here. MF Cap has the big bubbler. They just need to get past that second checkpoint, that dreaded Sisyphus zone. And the bubbler has been capped not on tower, but in a spot in which MF Cap can throw some bombs of their own. And it's looking like that's going to net them 2 picks here. It is going to be an overtime situation for Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong. And they're pushing fast here. And they're driving the rest of Insomniac Central down. They have another Booyah Bomb set up. Cat, but Guapa going in, but they still stand. And that's a wipeout too! MF Cap standing on business with that big bubbler. Holy crap! That's 2-0. Does this take set, Topic?
Okay, so you know how I was talking about Insomniac Central being the 2017 Warriors? I think Deltarune Reference was a 2016 Cavs coming back from 3-1, because to be completely honest, it looked like Insomniac Central had complete control of the map, and then it was just one little spark, one little fight that went in their favor, and it just completely changed from Insomniac Central having a very, very good control of zone, from them having a very solid defense to just a complete reversal. Basically, it looks like Deltarune Reference could do whatever they wanted. It looked like they could just kind of do what they wanted to do.
Yeah, the court was in their possession. The shot clock was ticking down. It was the final... I forgot how basketball rules work. But suddenly they just had all the pressure not alleviated off of them and onto the other team here. Lots of really good... I have no idea how to say this as well, Topic. I'm just as confuzzled as you may be here. Such an amazing showcase here by Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong. They're going to move forward into semis, but shout out to Insomniac Central. You've made it this far, and even still, you managed to showcase Tent and made it work. And Noir with both Tent, like the tonal shift for Noir switching from Tent to Luna. They protect, but they also attack.
I mean, hey, what Like, okay, so you both have Pokemon profile pictures. Do you know competitive Pokemon, especially the Scarlet and Violet scene?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so I'm sure you know Ting Lu, right?
Oh, Ting.
You know Ting Lu. You know when he runs Fisher, and
Funny
sometimes
Fisher.
the funny Fisher. Okay, for those who don't know, so Ting Lu is a competitive legendary Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, and he has this move called Fisher, where 30% of the time it's a one-shot kill, and Ting Lu is historically very hard to take down.
Especially when it has an ability in which it lowers the attack stats of everyone on the field on switching. Gotta love those ruinous objects.
I love my ruinous objects. So yeah, that felt like to me that Deltarune Reference was kind of playing like Ting Lu, where they were so close to the end. They were so close to getting knocked out. They were so close. I think what Insomniac Central got down to 14 points. What was it? 14 or 13?
They got to 28 off the first push, and off their second push they got to 14. That's the equivalent of hitting, what's it called, 2 stomping tantrums on Ting Lu.
Yeah, and then Ting Lu just barely survives, and then you gave him that one chance, you gave him that one little sliver HP, that 5% that you didn't account for. He hits Fisher, and the momentum completely swings to the other side. That's what that felt like.
And basically, in Pokemon terms, it's the equivalent of them missing the Fisher when they really needed to.
Yeah, well, looks like we actually have our semi-final set actually ready. So we're going straight into it, where we have Tobiiana Grande versus Honkai. Okay, you know what? Out of all of these players, the only ones I recognize are Enraged Jeff Centerlink, who I believe is a brush player.
Ooh,
I want to say, and then Woomy. I want to say he's a shot player. I might be wrong on that.
I feel like I recognize Taro. I can't be too sure though. Although I do not know what Taro plays.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see soon enough, as we're gonna go to game number 1, Splat Zones Bar and Colon Dime, and personally one of my favorite Z-shaped Tetris pieces in the game. I like it.
True. That's true. Out of all the Tetris pieces available to play on, I think this one is definitely one of the more, at least, favorable ones for the community, and probably for myself as well. Specifically, they decided to expand the Tetris piece with that update.
Yeah, I do think the little side areas do add a lot of variety to how you can push in, but also I do think we're not going to the Z shape, we're going to the square shape. My bad. We are going to Mahi Mahi Resort. Now, I feel like this one, it once or before the water level drops, it's very easy to lock out, right? And I say that because there's only, when you think about it, there's only 2 real ways to push to get out of your base, right? You have the main way, which is through your snipe, right? And then you have the little side area on your left. And since those are kind of close to each other, it's very, very easy to not to kind of get the opponent staggered. While yes, you can say you can go on those islands over there, you are so far away, you are so isolated that it takes one person on the enemy team to kind of just neutralize you entirely. So I think before the water level drops, it's very easy to kind of lock out on this map.
No, yeah, because especially if that lockout can happen so early, you basically, if you're going down those island areas, 1, you have to do parkour. That always has a chance of failing. But 2, you're basically underwater, or you're standing over water, and the enemy team has a very, very clear shot on you. There's no terrain, no uninkables to hide behind. You kind of just have to risk it for the biscuit. That is the zone in question. But once, like you said earlier, once the water drops, you just have a lot of more room to work around, especially if you're, say, a very agile front line. I'm thinking, you mentioned a brush player, right?
Yes, that is Centerlink, I believe, is brush player.
Yeah, brushes could obviously benefit from the extra space once the water level drops here. claustrophobia is the maybe one of the more lesser known fears of all frontlines.
I mean, yeah, as someone who I wouldn't say I do play like buckets and blasters, I can really say that this map does feel a lot less. Okay, no, it's weird because whenever I play blasters, I feel like I prefer. It feels better to play once the water level is up, because I don't know if it's just me. I feel like it's a lot easier to like shoot over ledges, especially on snipe, especially around the blocks. I feel like it's a lot easier to do that, and people don't have that many movement options. Because I'm bad at aiming, of course, because I play blasters. So I feel like it's a lot easier to kind of get kills there. But whenever I play sloshers, I do feel like it's a lot easier when it lowers, because, you know, a lot more space to work with. But enough of the speculation. We are hopping into this, and actually, this is a 1 versus 2 match. So I'm excited to see. Yes, it's 1-2. So I'm very excited. And hold on, what are we seeing? Gold Scar with a squeezer and Enraged Jeff with a full movement speed sploosh. So they are going to be dipping and dodging and diving all over the place.
Oh, but then Enraged Jeff immediately goes down to Kabi's S-Blast here. They're dodging in and out of Beyonce, as well as Evil Tickle's Katana Wiper here. Taro is pulling up from the backline with that head and taking down Beyonce first. Gold Scar's out next, and it's looking like Honkai is going to cap zone first here. That's a really, really easy setback here. Kabi, they're all on soda buff here. Kabi almost has that Booyah Bomb ready. That can already chop up a lot of ink control when the water level is down. That's not a lot of space to work with here. And it's looking like tobiiana Grande is going to pull out from the bottom level of snipe here. The Zukas come out here, as well as the Ultra Stamp here. Watch out! And it's looking like it's a grand trade here. The Wiper went down to a Trizuka as well here. tobiiana Grande is capping zone and gonna potentially flush the rest of Honkai out. Goldstar's gonna get Woomy first here, and that was a jump onto Milo over there here.
I mean, hey, they had one opportunity. They got a triple kill, and they took full advantage of it, getting 3 down and just not wasting a second, going straight in, getting 3, and look how far up they are. Look how much space they've taken in less than like 5 seconds, because they have so many fast painters. And again, Honkai are dropping like flies. 2 down, another one going down once again, and Range Jeff just dancing around here, staying alive, managing to do that. And you do see that there is a hammer on the way for, or actually available for tobiiana Grande, so they have to be a little bit more careful with Honkai there. But so far they are looking strong here. No real contest in sight. Though we're gonna see members of Honkai slowly start to make their way forward, but the Zuka has something else to say about it, getting a double. We're gonna go down. Kabi gonna go down as well, and if I'm not mistaken, that was 100-0.
That was 100-0. That was
100-0.
Yeah, that was a very clean sweep by tobiiana Grande here. Not a lot of progress made by a Honkai here. Maybe they are potentially within the danger of feeling a Honkai impact, as it is only game 1 here.
Okay.
It's no match point.
All right.
We're going to Rainmaker Undertow Spillway here for game 2.
I see what you did there. Honkai impact, of course you did.
I understood that reference.
I know you did. All right, but yeah, as we go to Rainmaker Undertow, I do believe this is in tobiiana Grande's favor, simply because of Sploosh. This is Sploosh's best mode. The map itself, I could see it, because if you take that left hand side, it is kind of a not straight shot, but it is rather easy to grab, though you do have to really watch the grates, I would say.
It tends to go along that left side a lot, I've noticed here. But it's obviously understandable. Going straight through is potentially a very, very risky situation here.
I mean, yeah, because you have that right side that is usually for, like, you get that wipeout, you get those 3 down, you gotta go in order to get it. But that left side can be a lot more slower, a lot more sustained, a lot more you can waste a lot more time, basically. But we're gonna have to see what these teams will do, as we're gonna see no changes from either side, so they're comfortable with what they got. And you know what, I can't blame them. So we're gonna see what happens here.
Exactly here. One thing I do want to point out is Viper's insane object damage here that can easily shred Bubble. As we immediately see by tobiiana Grande, they're immediately going to pop Bubble here. The Soda's already been popped by Honkai here, as well as tobiiana Grande here. It's basically just kind of a mad race to see who can pick up kills the most. It's a 2-2 trade here, and it's looking like tobiiana Grande is already making their way here. It's looking like Beyonce's gonna get shut down by Kabi here. Gold Scars in a 1v2 situation goes down here because of the numbers advantage. That's just honestly understandable. And now it's kind of just up to Honkai to make sure the rest of mid is clear of tobiiana Grande members. That's a mean direct onto Enraged Jeff. No sploosh in their backlines here. The Booyah Bomb has been tossed towards the pedestal, the Crab, the Zuka here. All the specials are being deployed at a very useful time here. But will that be enough to get them past and to the first checkpoint? Taro will have to dodge some Zuka shots here. Gonna have to punch Enraged Jeff here. Watch out for the sploosh here. That's two Kabi's next here. And they're immediately gonna shred the Bubble. Looking for Nila here. And that's another jump onto Nila going down. Enraged Jeff has the hammer ready to go, but they're gonna pick up the Rainmaker actually here.
I mean, hey, listen, Enraged Jeff kind of flying like John Morant, just being everywhere all at once, trying to at least cause as much damage as possible and giving tobiiana Grande just a lot of space to work with, just making sure that Honkai cannot feel very comfortable where they are. We're gonna see a lot of paint going down, but not a lot of points being scored. As you see, gonna be trapped. Enraged Jeff is gonna be there. Tickle with the hammer is gonna go for one. Is able to get it and managing to survive the Booyah Bomb, which is very, very lucky for them. Tickle though going for another one, not able to get it as Kabi's gonna get that. So despite looking very strong there with getting a lot of mid control, tobiiana Grande aren't able to capitalize on that, only getting I believe 2 more points from where they got it, I want to say.
I mean, if anything, 2 points when Honkai hasn't really gotten any points is a lead nonetheless here. Game is game, and Kabi has gone down here. But it's looking like Honkai is immediately backing their statement up by immediately popping Bubble here. Umi is on the Crab Tank, but they're gonna get shut down by Enraged Jeff's Stamp here. It's gonna get thrown, and now they're immediately dashing to shut down Taro. Barely any progress made with the Rainmaker. No one is getting out of mid by the looks of things. Topic here.
I mean, yeah, it's a very, very defensive team. Only getting 12 points within 2.5 minutes. They've been kind of stuck in mid, but Taro wants to change that. Able to at least get a couple more points. Actually getting the checkpoint, very, very huge. Especially with how defensive this game has been. Getting that kind of allows Honkai not to, like, put the foot off the gas completely, but kind of like ease off it because you still have 2.5 minutes to go. You know that tobiiana Grande has a very aggressive comp with the sploosh, with the squeezer, with the wiper. You have all these weapons that can be very, very aggressive, so you have to be a bit more careful as Beyonce's gonna be the one to pick it up, but they're gonna go down as well. So tobiiana Grande, every time they've tried to push, they've just been stopped, really.
Exactly here. Sometimes the best offense could just be a good defense, as shown by tobiiana Grande here. Even because what I probably have noticed from the rest of Honkai is that they're actually, yeah, no, what I've noticed from the rest of tobiiana Grande is that they don't really have a set backline here. They're all kind of dedicated, almost like midline frontline things, supports, making sure they can have enough paint to support their very aggressive comp. Since their soda weapon is whoa. Oh, I'm sorry, I was analyzing too much to notice Evil Tickle just popping off with that Ultra Stab. That was a 3-piece insane hammer time by that Wiper. Shout out Wiper players, we need more Splatoon that isn't decap in this economy here. It's looking like they can finally get the first checkpoint here with 1 minute left on the clock. That's 2 people down, and they're immediately going to take a very short lead here. Gold Scar is going to take down Noah here, and it's looking like they can still stay in this game here with 59 seconds remaining and counting.
I mean, yeah, they're still going down to 57, just getting these really quick specials is cooler and just jumping in again and again, able to at least get the 47, not let Honkai breathe at all. Beyonce's actually going to be the one picking up, get it down to 22. So after a very, very defensive 2.5 minutes, it's just been all offense, all go. Kobe's going to go down as well. Gold Scars, Zuka, they're going to give each other a high five before Gold Scar able to get another kill. So now we're in the final 30 seconds of the game, and now if you're Honkai, you need to get tobiiana Grande out of your base. You have to make sure that you get your special. You make sure that you cannot go down. It's the final 15 seconds. You need to make sure you get mid. You need to make sure that you just stay alive, basically. Okay, well, they're okay.
Yeah, that's 3 down for Honkai here, and it's looking like tobiiana Grande is going to pick up the Rainmaker with Soda Buff, securing game 2 here. That was a really, really sudden push, immediately taking back the lead within the last minute. Even if it was only one person left, specifically, I would say Gold Scar on that Squeezer here. They managed to hold the line, get some picks where they need to with Squeezer's tap shot range, making sure the rest of tobiiana grande can just jump in here and just kind of continuously push, even though they're getting splatted again and again.
I mean, they just the switch basically from a very defensive game. I think it was what 88 to like 96.
No one got out of mid.
No one got out of mid, and then I believe it was a double kill from tobiiana grande. I want to say that kind of lit the fuse basically. That kind of like allowed them to just go, and it just worked out. And Honkai, unfortunately, they were just caught in the crossfire. They weren't able to get out quick enough.
Yeah, exactly. Here, it's looking like tobiiana grande is pushing match point onto Honkai, if I remember correctly. Is this match point?
Yes, it's match point.
This is match point. Clam Blitz, Scorch Gorge, Honkai. If you are watching, you need to dial in, unless you get Honkai star railed.
All right. Okay. All right, buddy. But yeah, yeah, I do think as we go to game number 3, Clam Blitz, Scorch Gorge, I do think this is kind of in the favor again of tobiiana grande, because Sploosh kind of does its thing basically. Like,
yeah,
you can get from your side on your plat to the enemy plat really quickly, and just there's a lot of space in the enemy like core area, so it's just kind of like you're just kind of there.
Yeah, it do just kind of there, but they're also saying that the rest, you don't count out the rest of tobiiana grande's comp here. Specifically, what they call the Squeezer and the Wiper can also make really quick work of a clam basket, and it's looking like Honkai is bringing out a Squeezer of their own. Kabi switching also to the V Squeezer here. It's looking like we're gonna have the squeeze off per se.
All right, yeah. Well, you see, going for the double Zuka, so a lot more aggressive, man. Hey, if you can't beat him, might as well join him. But we're gonna see Enraged Jeff already go for one, but Nilla's gonna shut them down very quick before going down themselves. So very, very action-packed already. But it's on the side of Honkai, so they're being slowly pushed back, maybe a little more forcefully, with Teiko getting at least one with the hammer going down themselves. So tobiiana grande already establishing their control within the first 30 seconds of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Here, making sure the clam economy is definitely within their favor, but it's not looking like that's the case. Honkai has a 9, while tobiiana grande has nothing here. Actually, well, they did have that clam ready. But speaking of clams here, it's looking like Kabi is going to get the first score of the game here. As long as they can get to that 60 threshold, they could probably get to a comfortable lead without worrying about any pity clams here. It's looking like that's the case here. And the push isn't even over. Wumi jumping into their backline, taking out Tickle, getting a trade on Jeff, but it's looking like that's the end of the push now. It's time for tobiiana grande to probably start collecting clams here, making sure they can keep that pity clam in check, making sure they have that in time to push. Goldscar immediately going to make a power clam in the possession of tobiiana grande. Beyonce is going to pop out with the cooler. They're on soda buff, and now they just have to flush the rest of Honkai out of mid here. Can they notice the shot hiding in the ink here? It's looking like this way beacons the rest of tobiiana grande to take out the V shot, probably the V shot. And Enraged Jeff is already moving forward. They're driving towards the line here. Do they have the special? They're going to take down Louis first. And they have 2 clams. Evil Tickle could serve as maybe a distraction to keep the rest of Honkai on their toes here. 74-62. Can they get these clams into their basket? Not looking like that's the case. They're slowly getting pushed out.
I mean, yeah, they're getting pushed out. Gold Scar, the last member that can really get any more points, but that will be it. So Honkai with another clam in their back pocket. Maybe if they can just get tobiiana grande out of mid, they'd be able to do something here. That's a good start with Tickle going down on that left-hand side. Zuka and the crab going to come out. Everything in the kitchen sink being thrown at this mid tower, and it's gonna work out in the favor of Honkai. So now Taro can just pick up this clam, possibly jump in with another one. Kabi getting another power clam to open it. There it is, 41, 40, 35, 32 points remaining. And Honkai looking really strong here, getting a really good push here, but now you have to be a lot more careful because you just gave tobiiana grande another power clamp to work with. Tickle with a nice double kill. So this could be very, very dangerous for Honkai.
If anything, tobiiana grande is already on Honkai's doorstep. They have the buff, and it's looking like one of the 2 hammers have already gone on. Enraged Jeff is going to get the first touchdown here. Beyonce, did they manage to get that second power climb in?
They did.
They did.
They did.
Pushing it to a 45-32 here. Gold Scar is gonna pick out an exit frag here onto Woomy here. They did probably push their lead a little. They pushed the lead a little bit closer margin now here. Enraged Jeff is just sitting and waiting, making sure that potentially they're not noticed as they have the Ultra Stamp ready to go here. But maybe laying low is what you need to do here. However, they are potentially having someone in their sights. Whoa, Bazooka's been popped here, and taking down Enraged Jeff even when they were sharking that hard.
I mean, listen, if you're able to survive a solution up close and a hammer, okay, not quite yet there,
Not
but
the
at least you got a try out of it. You benefited from getting both Enraged Jeff and the hammer out, so that was very, very good. And like you said earlier, tobiiana grande able to at least get closer and close the margin that they need, but they have 60 seconds remaining. They don't have a lot of time left. They have a lot of pressure. Just it feels like they haven't been able to build up those clams as they're gonna go 2 down once again. Beyonce does have a clam at the ready with a couple of other jumping as well, but they're going to be forced to back away. So Honkai, a very solidified defense here, but not quite able to get. They don't have to push that far. They can just kind of sit in mid for the most part and let tobiiana grande get desperate, let them come to Honkai and let them make the mistakes. So far, that's what's really working out for them. But a flank from Tickle is going to at least get Woomy off guard, but not quite enough to kill them. As again, tobiiana grande are going to go 2 down. So Honkai looking strong, looking to push once again here.
If anything, Honkai is still going in. They've got another power climb in here. The squeeze off has been won by Kabi with their squeezer here. Noah's going to take down Beyonce, but then he gets flushed out by the rest of the front lines here. Taro taking down Tickle, taking down Jeff, and they're just going to walk away like nothing happened as overtime will commence here. They do have a power climb in their possession, and Taro's immediately going to go down here. They have a very limited amount of time here. tobiiana grande needs to get this push in, then they need to make it count.
I mean, they need to go like right now. There we go. Beyonce gets it in, but they have the pity clip with Gold Scar. They're able to get it. Looking. Oh, no. Too short. Jeff's gonna go down. So it's only Tickle remaining. They have a hammer. They unfortunately are to get met with a firing squad from both Taro and Kabi there, and that will do it. Honkai making things a lot more interesting, able to take a game off tobiiana grande and pushes to at least a game number 4 here.
Exactly here. They finally found perhaps the secret weapon they needed with Kabi switching to a weapon like, what was it? To Squeezer here, providing a second Zuka, providing some more shot movement here, a lot of more needed aggression from the rest of Honkai here as we move to TC Mako Mart.
I mean, after what we saw, how well, okay. It's kind of hard to predict now after that last game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like if you're tobiiana grande, I can kind of expect Tickle and Jeff to kind of be on that right hand side, kind of go for a couple of flanks, try to get Taro the heavy edit off balance, because you know a lot of backliners like to go towards that snipe area, right? They like to sit there, they like to be like the eagle eye, be like Hawkeye basically, and get like a lace like bird's eye view of everything. So I feel like they're gonna send one of their frontliners to at least catch them off guard. Maybe
there's 2 of them.
Yeah, at least one of them to like catch them off guard and maybe like make them a bit uncomfortable, maybe make them move a little bit. But we're going to see as we go to game number 4, Honkai on their last legs. Unfortunately, they're going to see if they can make this and force a game number 5, but we're going to see no changes from either side. So maybe the switch over to the squeezer is just what they needed.
Yeah, I was about to say, perhaps maybe a switch from, say, the end zap could provide something more useful, something more of an anchor backline to keep them at least on their toes here. But Beyonce can still provide a lot of utility by providing a lot of paint and providing, of course, the soda here but it's looking like Honkai is going to start by pushing the tower here. Taro's going to get Jeff even when they were just on that blood hunt, trying to hunt down Taro here, and they're going to get the rest of the team on the jump, and now the tower has been taken by Taro here. They're gonna immediately flat it down by Jeff. That's 2 with the Ultra Stamp here. Call him MC Hammer. It's hammer time here. They're immediately gonna rush towards Kabi. That's 3 into their streak, and they're just gonna keep moving forward. And Rage Jeff is just insane. And they're having Wumi in their sights too. That's a Thule versus a Splushim out of here. That's some rendered assistance by looking like Gold Scar. Wumi takes down Enraged Jeff as soon as the special popped. That's a that's really useful for the rest of Honkai as the push, as tobiiana Grande's push takes them to 68 by the looks of things. Or
yeah, it did take 68, but you also see that they broke through that checkpoint while Honkai was at least a little bit distracted. But we're going to see if Honkai can respond in turn, making their way through that first checkpoint relatively quickly. And there it is, Kabi with the Zuka to put up a lot of pressure onto Snipe. And we're going to see Honkai actually take the lead here. And Rage Jeff is going to get called out and get seen, but not before getting one, going down themselves. A bunch of trades going down around the tower. Honkai getting it down to 50 points for they're forced to back away. Kabi, the last surviving member, has to back away. That's exactly what they're gonna do. So now Honkai kind of in the driver's seat after what we saw from that third game. They're kind of, they got some momentum on their side. Maybe they can, stop tobiiana Grande's pushes and keep going themselves.
Exactly here. They have the range at their side, but tobiiana Grande has 2 stamps, but one of them goes down first. Looking like Enraged Jeff couldn't get their stamp out first. But Honkai, here comes a Tickle, taking down Neela in a trade, just barely taking lead by 1 point here. That's a very quick push, but enough to take lead. And here's Enraged Jeff going in with their stamp. They already have Nilla in their sights as they take down Kabi first. Nilla's gone down here, throwing a stamp at a dead Taro here as they start to push the tower even further here, trying to make sure they can at least apply a lot more pressure with that double frontline comp here. No specials here, taking down Taro though, but not with the curling bomb. That's insane. Tickle's gonna pop out with the stamp, taking down Nilla. It's a trade. It's just trade after trade. Called as the stock market topic.
I mean, yeah, and so far looks like stocks are high for Honkai, at least winning those trades, getting tobiiana Grande out of their sight, getting them away from the tower. But you always gotta be at least a little bit cautious because of Jeff, because of Tickle, because of these front lines. You can see that Kabi already sees Tickle there with the torpedoes, just knows they're in the back lines. We're gonna see Jeff with that hammer though coming through. Better get off of the tracks, and there we go, looking for one, not quite able to get it. Kabi able to sidestep the hammer and keep themselves alive. But tobiiana Grande, they're not looking to stop anytime soon. They're looking to keep going and extend their lead, possibly get to the second checkpoint.
Their lead is exactly 1 point. That margin is fragile here, and somehow tobiiana Grande is just still up in the ante, making sure Honkai can't make it past anywhere but mid. And Jeff already has another hammer ready to roll here. They just have to dodge the incoming Zuka shots from the squeezer that Honkai has. Looking like Tickle's gonna go down first, and it's looking like maybe Jeff is gonna pop out the hammer, going down though very untimely here. And it's looking like tobiiana Grande is gonna slowly get pushed out by Tickle with their own hammer, but then gonna get shut down by Kabi, the hammer buster here. They have their Zuka ready here to rip. All they need to do, tobiiana Grande's lead is now 41 here. It's still very close. It could just be anyone's game. There's 50 seconds remaining. Wumi taking down Jeff. That's a very key target for Honkai. Gonna take down Tickle. That's both front lines. And they take down a third popping crab just in time to survive. And Honkai's push is now beginning. Tickle's gonna go down to a jump camp here. And they're on Soda Buff too. Honkai just keeps going.
I mean, yeah, it keeps going, but there's another hammer coming out. Getting 1, getting 2, getting 3, looking for the home run. Not quite able to get it, just forced to throw it away. But how many hammers have we seen so far? I feel like every time we look away, we look back, it's been 5 seconds, there's another hammer online. I think just the constant pressure of these hammers are working out in tobiiana Grande's favor, though the tower will be neutralized for a second. Final 5 seconds remaining of the game. We're gonna see Wumi go for it. It's not gonna work. And tobiiana Grande are able to hold on. They're able to fend off Honkai's potential reverse sweep and able to win it in 4 after a very back and forth game with a lot of hammers. Just a lot of hammers.
Those hammers definitely made them feel a Honkai impact here. They move on to finals here. No need to go to ship shape.
I like ship shape anyways.
I
Yeah,
also-
it was just, I like ship shape, but like it was just a close set. What can I say? Like I feel like after the second game, I feel like especially no, actually no, let's count game 2, especially like 2 to 4. Those are really close games. I feel like it could have really gone either way. I feel like Honkai, I think they lost like 1 or 2 fights, or one of them fights, it would have switched into their favor. So hey, what I say, very close set, very entertaining set. Honkai, unfortunately, this is where your journey falls short. But hey, getting third, that's nothing to scoff at. That's like you can hang your head held high, and tobiiana grande with the chance here to possibly win this week.
Yeah, it's looking like within the other end of the bracket with Poyo versus Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong. It's 2-1 here. That's a match point against Poyo here. And it's predicted that they probably will be going to finals. Don't quote me on that. As we've seen with Honkai, people can clap back here, Topic.
Yeah, but with that, that'll be it for now. We're going to take a very, very quick break before we get back to you with this week's final. So I know y'all don't want to miss that. So go grab your water, go grab your snacks, go grab whatever you need. Go grab a blanket. Why not? It's cold. So yeah, it's very cold. We will be right back in a few minutes. Well, everyone, I hope that you got exactly what you needed, because we are back with SOS number 176. We have our grand final set coming up to you today. We have two teams that we've seen before, so we kind of know exactly what to expect. We have Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong versus tobiiana Grande. Now, I am Topic, joined once again by Frosty and Frosty. Ready for this finals?
Oh man, this feels like, oh, this is gonna be a whiplash. Like, will Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong be able to withstand the might that could be 11 hammers coming from tobiiana Grande? We've seen them have like a lot of matching over that blaster a lot. I don't know, Cats and Blaster is like really insane. Potentially that could catch, what was it, Jeff or Tickle off guard.
Yeah, but like we're gonna hop straight into it with no time to get any type of setup, as we're gonna see one of what we've seen before. But I believe Cap is going over to the junior, which is what we haven't seen from them yet, and also Beyonce going over to the heavy edit instead of an end zap, so a bit less of an upfront weapon, but still pretty good at getting up, being aggressive. We're gonna see there's a lot of fighting already, a lot of paint going down, and so far Deltarune Reference aren't be the first ones to get 3 down, honestly. So very, very good start for them.
Exactly here, and that is probably maybe a delayed wipe as they take down the wiper here. They're already gonna move up into tobiiana Grande's base. That's a really risky play considering the firepower that tobiiana Grande has. Maybe that doesn't matter though. MF Cap already has the bubble ready to clap back in case the hammers come flying in. Looking like the Zuka has been popped by the shot, and Evil Tickle's just trying to find a way to get a sneaky flank in. They have their own hammer, but they also have soda buff. They could probably just get a push in without worrying about the special charge loss. Going down to Noel, a lot of good paint coverage with both the shot, with the junior, and of course the pencil here. Whoa, watch out for Jeff Noel! And Jeff already has a hammer here. They need to paint this zone in fast here, as Deltarune Reference went to 12 within the first minute of the game, Topic.
I mean, you said paint the zone fast. That was more like light speed, how quickly that went from like what, purple to green. So very, very quick from them. So we might be able to see tobiiana Grande.
Exactly.
Yeah, kind of not as good as what Deltarune got, but at least something similar.
Yeah, exactly here. Looking at Deltarune Reference is gonna pop a Booyah Bomb. Cat's gonna do it. Noel's gonna get a good Zuka shot onto Jeff here. They got to 56 off their first push, and now Deltarune Reference now has to get through 50 penalty points. They have a very, very comfortable lead here, 12:56 here. Tickles and Jeff have their stance ready to roll here. They just need to make sure they're not noticed here. Jeff does have 3 mains of swim speed up here, and they're on soda buff here. The first hammer goes off, the second hammer goes off. Noel's gonna shut down Tickle though. Jeff is still standing like they always do. Noel going down, Cass is gonna go down here, but Noel's gonna stand their ground and make sure Jeff is no longer a nuisance for the rest of Deltarune Reference, and they have that Zuka ready here. Noel is really consistent at hitting their shots over this past SOS here.
I mean, yeah, very consistent from Noel, just shutting down these hammers. Very consistent from Deltarune Reference as a whole, just shutting down these hammers from Jeff and Tickle here. We're gonna see a lot of paint going down. Noel not quite able to get the hit there onto Gold Scar. They're gonna go down in a trade, but Beyonce gonna go down as well. And Rage Jeff, another, we need a hammer counter like on stream for how many hammers we've been seeing, but with about a little more than 2 minutes left in the game, it feels like Deltarune Reference, ever since that first push, have been kind of stopped here. They've been kind of not, I feel like they've been kind of stopped whenever they tried to push. Tobiiana Grande has been able to at least paint the zone really well. They haven't allowed Deltarune Reference to get basically past 12 points.
But even still, they are at 12 points, but that may just change as Tickle is going to get a bunch of picks with their stamp, and now it's finally looking like Tobiiana Grande could potentially have a moment of brevity as they have zone. They're almost out of their penalty points. Gold Scar is going to go down next. That's the squeezer down. A lot of shots going on to Cats as they pop in the Booyah Bomb here. That is a very tricky situation for Tickle to be in here as they go down here. I'm just noticing Tobiiana Grande has a headed here. I think that was Beyonce switching from pencil from earlier to headed. That's a really interesting switch up.
It was zapped to head it.
You zapped to head it, yeah, my bad.
So yeah, it's fine. But yeah, we're gonna see Deltarune Reference at least push up a little bit further, try to get a little bit of a shark. But 2 people go down for Tobiiana Grande. I don't know who that was, but good job to whoever it was. And the Rage Jeff here is kind of caught out here, but there's a hammer, there's a cooler. They're gonna go in with that, going for Cats. Not quite able to get it. Cats staying alive. Final 10 ticks, final 5 ticks for Deltarune Reference, going 3, 2, 1. That will do it. It took a little bit longer than they would have liked, but Deltarune Reference were able to get the win. So they just held on for the most part. They got down to 12. And then Tobiiana Grande were just fighting a very, very tall uphill battle.
If anything, they just had their sights laser locked onto those very agile frontliners here. Noel and I think Cats just making sure that Tickle and Jeff can't really go mess up their backline as much as possible here. Definitely a really good map to win on, considering how much paint, how much paint output Tobiiana Grande can do. Like, we saw a single person taking down, like, completely converting the zone within Lightning's feet, like you said earlier, especially when they were in a losing situation when Deltarune Reference was first at 12 here, and they stayed on that 12 for a very long time.
Yeah, just like after what was it? That they got to 12 after Deltarune Reference got to 12. It felt like it became a very defensive game where Tobiiana Grande were trying to get like at least something going, but they were kind of stopped time and time again. But we're gonna see, will this continue to game number 2, where we go to a more mobile map, a mobile mode, a more active kind of map mode, as we're gonna go to Rainmaker Manta Maria.
This, we've seen before, this can be Tobiiana Grande's ball court here, but also, if I remember correctly, they lost that Rainmaker match to Honkai last set, right?
I believe they did. Hold on.
They didn't. I'm recalling this now, they didn't.
Okay, yes, you were right, they did not. They won.
They did won that because they just had a lot of pressure in with the just final push there, even when no one was able to get out of mid. Potentially that could be a similar situation here on Manta Maria. It is still anyone's game though, even when Deltarune Reference has the first win under their belt here. Can they force this to match point?
I mean, hey, we're gonna see no changes from either. Actually, yeah, no changes from either side. Both teams feel comfortable with what they got, so we're gonna see. I think.
Actually, no, we do.
Oh, what we do?
Cap is on Splash compared to
yeah. They went from the Splash to the Junior, I believe. So
yeah.
a bit more of an aggressive paint here. You have, of course, the burst bomb. You have the crab, so you can take a lot of space. But so far, Tobiiana Grande trying to at least establish something here. There it is, a Rage Jeff getting behind them, getting a triple kill. But Cat's there with the C from above, just getting the Rainmaker down, but going down down in return. It looks like tobiiana grande kind of picking up from where they left off, getting down to 81 points, getting a little bit closer to the checkpoint here.
However, it's looking like Cap's going to pop with the crab tank here. Gonna shut down at least 2 members of tobiiana grande, the key players, of course, being the Splash, the Sploosh-o-matic, and the Wiper here. And it's looking like the head is forced to back out here. Tickle's gonna try to hold their ground, backed up by Beyonce as well here. Noelle has that very vital Zuka here that could potentially catch out here. The Sploosh has already gone down. Jeff has been neutralized for now, and Val's gonna move up towards here. They're gonna take lead here. Noelle popped Zuka, and checkpoint 1 has been gotten by by Deltarune Reference here. It's now just gonna be a battle in street here. Cap is just gonna be shooting at this bubble. It's mostly blue here. The strikes have come out from tobiiana grande. That's a very interesting thing. Because they're on Neo Splash.
Yes. No, they're on. Oh yeah, there's a Neo Splash. I didn't even realize that myself. Yeah, the strikes are gonna come out, but another one's gonna go down. There's another hammer. I feel like the map kind of quickly changed from when tobiiana grande got to 81. It just felt like Deltarune Reference just kind of took that momentum and snatched it out from under them as they're able to get through that first checkpoint. But now this is where the real chokehold comes. It's this street area, because you see how many members of both teams are on this side. Cat's gonna go down to, I believe it was a bomb. Cap with the crab able to get one, looking for another one, not quite able to get anything else. Just kind of shooting in the street, not able to confirm any kills, but just a lot of mid is painted blue. But all it is a little bit of orange with Jeff's hammer is enough to get the Rainmaker, at least stall it, at least neutralize it for now.
Of course, never count out Jeff. You never underestimate the damage that an unseen Sploosh can cause here. Cap is going to go down the fast route now, going to take a quick shortcut. This could potentially end with a knockout here. They're going to push the lead from 50-something to 46 here. Tickle's gonna pop out with their stamp here, and as soon as the bubble's been popped by tobiiana grande, Noelle is going to pick up the Rainmaker for Deltarune Reference. Gonna push the lead to 24-81. That's a very, very comfortable and strong lead from Deltarune Reference. tobiiana grande really has to dial in, make sure that maybe perhaps map control is what they need here, and they can output that since they have strikes now.
I mean, yeah, they have the strikes, but the question is, can they use that effectively to get Deltarune Reference out of their groove? Because so far, I feel like tobiiana grande, they've been struggling to get anything with these hammers. It feels like, since that last game, it feels like they've been getting the hammers, but they haven't been as effective as they have been in the last set and the set before. I feel like they've been kind of neutralized in the way by Deltarune Reference, and Val just getting a really nice pick on the splash here, so no strikes for tobiiana grande. But yeah, like I was saying, the frontliners for tobiiana grande haven't been able to kind of play their game. They haven't been able to kind of get exactly what they needed, but the Zuka, they simply able to get one though.
Exactly here, and Cap providing a lot of external pressure with that crab tank. Val trying to squid bag their way out of a sticky situation here. Not gonna make it past here, and it's looking like the Rainmaker's been placed on street. Beyonce is going to grab the Rainmaker for tobiiana grande, making sure, can they get out of mid this time? Can they get onto street here? It's looking like that could be the case here. They're gonna be stopped by Cap here. Cap's gonna go down, and it's looking like tobiiana grande has the space necessary. Jeff has popped out with the hammer once again. Val, and they've broken through the checkpoint. I didn't even realize they haven't even broken past checkpoint 1. It's 63-24 with 1 minute left on the clock. Jeff looks to be alone right now, only backed up by Tickle. The frontliners are in their position. They have no hammers here. They need to make a movement, and they need to make a move now.
I mean, yeah, they have 40 seconds remaining. They have not a lot of time. The clock is not on their side. Tickle, though, getting a pick on Cap is very huge. Hold on, they have it, but they're gonna go down. That's very unfortunate, but Tickle with the flank, you gotta be careful. Noelle there is there a booyah bomb to say, hey, you are not moving, and they did not move. 20 seconds remaining. If you're tobiiana grande, you have to get the Rainmaker right now. You have to make sure that they can't stall out as long as possible. That's exactly what they're trying to do. Deltarune Reference is just gonna sit here on this right side flat and just make sure that tobiiana has to come to them. Here's a Rage Jeff trying to get close to Rainmaker, is able to get to it, is able to kill them though they're gonna go down themselves. You see Tickle there with some backup and support. Gold Scar is gonna be there as well to pop the Rainmaker, but now you have a oh no!
That was so close!
I think
Tickle landed a thrown hammer, a buzzer beater shot onto Cap, but then when Scar picked up the Rainmaker, they slipped through.
I think
it swam.
Oh, I think what happened was is like when they picked it up, they were in Squid
Yeah,
form.
they were in Squid form. Yeah.
And then they hit when they popped up, they were on the guardrail, and they were on the other side of the guardrail. So, you hate to.
Oh no!
You hate to see that. You
hate to see it.
Oh God, Tickle got. I believe they got a pick with the thrown hammer. I want to say
thrown hammer onto Cap as soon as the crab started to fade. They had a lot of space on their side too. Street looked mostly clear, but then that was a very unfortunate moment for tobiiana Grande. It's officially match point, and Deltarune Reference may just be able to take this entire tournament now if they get this last game on Clam Umami. Oh, it's clams.
I mean, listen, you just gotta do what you gotta do if you're Deltarune Reference. Like, hey, it happens. But as you say, we move on to Clams Umami. After what they did these first 2 games, I do expect that the hammers from both Tickle and Jeff are going to be a lot neutralized. They're going to be not as effective as they would be on any other against any other team, especially what we saw last set. So I do think Deltarune Reference are going to be really prepared to deal with these hammers.
No, exactly. Here they've easily showed it off of this Rainmaker match, especially in a mode that tobiiana Grande could easily excel in, especially with their aggression here. But they managed to just shut them down entirely. I just wanted to point out specifically Cap on what's it called, on Splash-O-Matic. Burst Bomb, of course, can shut down, like, is a really quick cheap tool to shut down any thing pushing towards you. And then of course Crab can provide a lot of firepower, a lot of cover fire, especially when, say, it's like when the hammers come flying in, maybe the Crab is just all they need.
Yeah, and I think we saw that Crab kind of did a lot of work to kind of keep Tickle and Jeff at bay, but we're going to see, are they going to keep it as we go to our potential final game of the tourney? No Crab going back to the junior, so a lot of paint, a lot of bombs, the bubble for a bit of support or a bit of defensive backbone in the basket area of tobiiana Grande, but we're gonna see what happens. In Rage Jeff, they're already on the board with a kill, a very quick kill on Cats, who switched back over to the, I think they stayed S-Blast the entire time, correct?
Yes, I think Cats sticked on S-Blast the entire time. Cats is very insane with it.
Okay, well, it looks like they're gonna have to, they're going a little bit insane. At least getting a quick double kill on tobiiana Grande. Evil Tickle staying alive though, keeping that hammer charge at the ready just in case they have a chance to push it, forced to jump out though to keep themselves alive. But we're gonna see, there's a double hammer. You see it, I see it. I'm sure Deltarune Reference sees it as well. They have to be very careful of it. Let's see if tobiiana Grande can capitalize off of this.
If anything, though, it's looking like 2 picks have been gotten by the looks of Enraged Jeff here. Tickle's gonna get another 2 picks for the side of tobiiana Grande, and now they're just gonna get pushed up here. I think that's enough for a power clam, and Tickle single-handedly getting a push done for tobiiana Grande here. Insane work. Beyonce has 7 clams as well, and it's looking like the rest of Deltarune Reference's spawn is clear of any purple. It's mostly orange, and Beyonce, with the switch ahead, it can still provide a lot of paint. That's 38 off the first push. Tickle isn't over yet. 4 clams in, and I think they missed. Oh, they didn't miss anything.
Oh my God!
Spawned in. The push isn't over. Consider them armed and dangerous. They're going again.
I mean, listen. Even if they have to back out, 17. That's damn near game winning. That is a very, very, very good push. So now Deltarune Reference, they're gonna have to respond in a very big way. And Rage Jeff going down, that's at least a start that you need. Tickle's going down as well, so both the front lines are out of the way. Beyonce going down as well. That's gonna be 3 down, looking for the 4, and there's the home run. Not quite the wipeout, but getting a stagger is exactly what they needed, with a couple more clams down to 54 as a really good response, honestly. And Rage Jeff going to go down as well. Very unfortunate. Val. Teleportation. Instant transmission, my favorite. But you're getting it down to 27 either way, and that's a way to respond, getting them out of their Tickle with the hammer kind of just put a ceiling down to 24. Only 7 points separating these 2 teams. So That's a good response. That's a really good response to the Deltarune reference.
Off both of their first pushes, getting a lot of points in 17-24. The leads are close to being a knockout in this situation. Pretty much, if any team can get a push in, they are pretty much perhaps guaranteed here. Tickle putting in a lot of work, taking down Cats and having 7 clams into possession. Clam economy is definitely on the side of tobiiana grande. Jeff is now having a hammer ready to roll here. That's going to be the shot going down. Noel's gone down. That's a thrown. Not going to get any targets here. They are almost at 2 power clams here. Jeff is just one thing off, and I think it's Oro having the Par with the head. It has a power clam of their own. Cap is trying to hold their ground within the bubble, but Jeff going down within the bubble space as well. It's an all-out brawl on mid. Tickle's going down, Scar's going down, and their power clam has been claimed by Cap. The Booyah Bomb's gonna get thrown into their basket here, but watch out! Jeff has just jumped in with the hammer to take out Cap. That was the clam holder here. The push hasn't started yet.
I mean, yeah, we have less than 90 seconds remaining on the clock. tobiiana grande looking to at least very, very strong right now, getting another kill on the side of Deltarune Reference. The one's going down as well. 2 down, no blaster. So that's a lot of pressure taken off of tobiiana grande's backs. But we're gonna see we have a minute to go. If you're a Deltarune Reference, you need to build up clams quickly because you're getting the kills. Ever since that first push, they haven't been able to fully capitalize on the advantages that they have. Though Jeff with another hammer, looking for another victim, able to get one, but not before getting a trade. So 45 seconds. Deltarune Reference needs at least 2 clams to get close to taking the lead here.
Looking like they are close to that, though. They do Val is holding a power clam. They are on soda buff here. Noel just needs to pick up these clams before the very quick weapons of tobiiana grande can pick up the clams before them. Cats has already popped up with the Booyah Bomb. Noel has popped in with the Zuka here. Looking like Gold Squad's going down first. The barrier has been popped. Noel has another power clam. Misses! The free throw has been missed!
No!
Will that be enough time? Val is the only one left here, and they're a pencil. They need to make it fast, but it's looking like the barrier has gone down. It's closed. Not enough time here. They need to push this into overtime and fast.
You're slightly to the left, not quite able to get it, so you have a minute to go to get the basket open, because I believe the power clamp plus a couple more will be enough to take the game here. You see Cap here does have the bubbler at the ready, going in, popping it really far up. Jeff is gonna get one though. Booyah Bomb's coming out. Val is gonna get it, but they're gonna get the power clamp and looking for a couple more, one more clamp, and that'll do it. That'll do it for Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong. It looks a little scary, but they managed to do it. tobiiana grande's defense, they bent and bent and bent and bent, and finally, unfortunately, it broke. So that's gotta hurt if you're tobiiana grande. Like, you were right there for 2 games in a row. Unfortunately, the fate was not in your favor that day. But of course, shout out to Deltarune Reference for taking the set and winning this week of Sink or Swim number 176.
By the way, though, Seed 5 winning against Seed 1, by the way. Big shout out to Deltarune Reference Gone Wrong. Still a very stellar showcase by the rest of tobiiana grande here. That is game, set, and tournament here. That was just an insane final like overtime. They won that. It was like 17-17 for a second. They needed 1 clam. Even after they missed the first shot, they just hit the rebound.
I don't know who had the last clam.
I don't know who had the last clam either.
Someone had it.
I think there was like a hammer. I think there was a hammer covering the last person.
You know what? All I can say, those are some entertaining games. Shout out to Deltarune Reference once again for the win. And yeah, with that, that'll be it for this week of SOS. But of course, we have a little bit of house cleaning to get done. Frosty, where can people find you?
You can find me on the site formerly known as Twitter at TK_Frostix. I post updates regarding my casting And another thing that I will mention later, you can find me on Blue Sky at frostix.bluesky.social. I swear I'll try to post it to the. I'll try to post it to the best of my ability. And of course, I'm writing a web novel recap here on Wattpad. That's second point. Topic. Where can we find you?
You can find me on the site formerly known as Twitter, x.com, on Topical2, same on Blue Sky, Topical2, over on Discord at Topic_2. And one thing, if you are in the New York area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area, tri-state area, on February 8th is Baked Apple 6. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, this guy's from New
Jersey. Yeah, come to Baked Apple 6. It's going to be really great. It's going to be really entertaining. And yeah, with that, that'll be it from us. Of course, thank you, Justin, for being our wonderful streamer. Thank you for all the staff here at SOS for, making sure things run really well in the background. And yeah, thank you all in the audience for just watching us. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that, that'll be it from us. Frosty, any final words?
Xiao Hong Shu.
Oh, okay. Well, with that, that'll be it from us. And of course, everyone, remember, human instrumentality is the final evolution of all of humankind. And with that, that'll be it from us from this week of SOS. We'll see y'all next week.